once said a long time ago. The best two words in sports, Game 7. And right now, the Phillies have their very first Game 7 that they're playing in their franchise history since they have become the Phillies. Let's reword that. Lots of rally towels waving with a sold-out crowd. There's a Bedlam at the Bank sign. Lots of powder blue, lots of red, lots of green, and lots of blue at the bank. Hopefully we're not peaking a little bit too high. Let me know down below how our audio sounds. This is Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Phillies trying to go back to the World Series, and so are the Arizona Diamondbacks. It would be their first time that they've done it since 2001. Phillies looking to go back to the World Series, and the winner of this game will be facing the Texas Rangers in Arlington for Game 1 of the World Series, which will be on Friday night. But we got a game to get to. Phillies taking on the Diamondbacks. And we'll get to the starting lineups in just a little bit. Hello, everybody. Hello, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got a long night ahead of us, all right? Regardless if they win or lose, we're going to be doing some stuff after the game. Regardless, we'll either be celebrating or we'll be crying. And we're prepared for both things. Ranger Suarez taking the mound, and he's going up against Brandon Pfaadt as well. and we'll get to their stats in just a little bit. I do just want to take the time to say hello and acknowledge you all. Brooklyn Jock is here. Mike Green is here. Larry's here. Jeeva Newts is here. I saw Katie on here. Aaron Rodgers is here. He says we ain't losing. What's going on? Mark E is here. Hardcore for all. What is up? Here we go, baby. Game 7, says Snowman. Oh, love you, Snowman. Linda's here. Hello, Linda. Hello. We are back at home in South Jersey, and we are ready to go. We had a long night last night getting our stuff on our laptop prepared so that we didn't have to do this today, and all I had to do was just change my physical setup, and that was great. And also just do the starting lineups as well. Other than that, we're good. Estevan's here. What is up, Estevan? How you doing, my guy? And Clicks. Cannot forget about my boy Clicks. Yes, sir. Guys, hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. And Houston to Dave, I did not forget about you. Fisherman Sam, Out of Control Gaming. Yes, sir. And Diane Abel. What's up, Diane? How you doing? All righty. Oh, no, jet lag again, says Mike Green. Yes. Well, just an hour. Just an hour of a difference. All right, let's get to the starting lineup. Somebody wrote on their board as a sign, no snakes in our garden, and that is really cool. Phillies playing at Citizens Bank Park. It's a home crowd tonight, as it's their very first Game 7 since they become the Phillies. So Ketel Marte will be leading things off as we're going to go over the Diamondbacks lineup first. It'll be Marte over at second base, Carroll out in center field, Marino's behind the plate. Over at first, you got Christian Walker. He's batting fourth. Tommy Pham batting fifth. He's out in right field. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the left fielder, batting sixth. And you got Evan Longoria, the designated hitter, batting seventh. Emmanuel Rivera hitting eighth, batting over at third base. And then you have Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop. He's batting ninth. So again, the lineup for the D-backs, it'll be Marte at second, Carroll in center, Marino at catcher. Over at first base, you got Christian Walker. Right field, it's Pham. Left field, it's Gurriel Jr. Longoria is the DH. Rivera's at third. And Perdomo is over at short. And on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies, you got Ranger Suarez, who in the postseason is 1-0 with a .64 ERA. He has also pitched 14 innings. He has 13 strikeouts and a .64 whip. He has really just been absolutely incredible. A guy that really has just stepped up to the plate on the mound, I should say. He has really just been a guy that just loves to have the ball. He's a competitor at heart. He's great defensively. He wants to put the team in the best position to win. And you can make a statement, okay, that he has been their second best pitcher on this team. You can make a statement. I would still say it's Wheeler and Nola, even though Nola did not have a good outing last night whatsoever. But I'm saying from an overall sense, Ranger has been one of those top guys too, and he's been absolutely impressive. All right, Ian Leslie's here. Yes, Izel's here. Megan Figueroa, all in the house. So again, Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Phillies, and on the bump, it'll be on the bump for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It'll be Brandon Pfaadt, and we'll talk about him in just a little bit. But the last time that Ranger pitched, he went 5 1/3, allowed 3 hits, had 7 strikeouts, 1 walk allowed, and that was on 69 pitches. So he was really, really sharp. Batters have been hitting 143 against him overall in this postseason so far. So he has been absolutely electric. As Ketel Marte getting ready to come into the batter's box, batting on the right side, facing the lefty Ranger Suarez. We got lots of sweaters, lots of jackets, as it is a cold night in Philadelphia. It's pretty cool outside. Lots of people standing behind the dugout as well. An electric crowd at Citizens Bank Park. Pfaadt pitched over his head at home. We won't do it again in Philadelphia. He won't do it again in Philadelphia. Ian Leslie says, I'm listening. Yes, we love you, and we thank you so much for coming on here. So here we go. Ranger Suarez on the mound. 2 buttons unbuttoned, and he's wearing his golden necklace chain as well, as the Phillies have their regular pinstripes on from top to bottom, and you have the red Phillies hat as well. So Marte will be stepping up to the plate. The Diamondbacks are 84-78 in the regular season. But all comes down to this ball game, and Torey Lovullo is going to hopefully see his players for his sake. Hopefully he'll be impressed with his players. I need a sip of water. The main thing for Ranger tonight in regards to the Phillies is he needs to just attack the strike zone. He needs to show a lot of discipline out there on the mound, and he has to switch up his pitches, which is what he's really been doing as of lately. He's sort of pitching like how he was in June, where he was just absolutely dominant, firing on all cylinders, getting those corners, getting those calls, and making pitches look absolutely deceiving. And I think that that's been something that he's been doing an incredible job with as of lately. It's really hard when you're in the batter's box, as a lot of people have said that when you're facing him, you don't necessarily see what's coming by, so it'll say 95 on the fastball, but it looks like it's 97, 98. The ball is 1 strike as the first pitch is delivered right down Broad Street. Marte batting from the right side with his bright purple batting gloves, and the 0-1 pitch, it's fouled off. You have some people wearing their Phillies overalls as well, and the powder blue sweaters, rally towels waving, no balls, 2 strikes in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Rally towels waving, fans standing and cheering, and there's some Diamondbacks fans in there as well. Not too many, as the 0-2 is a breaking ball. It just misses for ball 1. Phillies defense, they'll have Real Muto behind the plate. Rangers on the bump. We'll get to the infield and the outfielders right after this pitch right here. The 1-2 on the way. That's a curveball that's low for ball 2. From first to third, you got Harper, Bohm, Turner. Or you got Harper, Stott, Turner, and then Bohm is over at third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ranger kicks, steals the pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup that was low. And there's 1 out to start off the top of the first. That changeup had a lot of movement to it. It certainly had a lot of life. I think Marte was thinking it was going to be hanging, and he just had to swing right through it, as he could not catch up to the changeup, as he just went golfing after that one. And now Corbin Carroll's up to finish out the defense for the Phillies. From left to right, it's Marsh, Rojas, and Castellanos. First pitch to Corbin Carroll. It's outside for a ball. Carroll's 3 for 23 in the NLCS so far. The 1-0, there's a grounder hit back up the middle. Stott backhands it, and he'll just eat it up. He had to slide over to it, and there's an infield single by Corbin Carroll. Just put it in a very good spot, as Stott just backhanded it as he was sliding over towards his right side. He probably wouldn't have had a play, but that probably, if it got by him, maybe Corbin Carroll with his speed could have extended that into a double. But Gabriel Moreno is coming up. So Ketel Marte struck out swinging. Corbin Carroll got on with a single, and here comes Gabriel Moreno, who takes a ball, a sinker at 93. You sound pumped, JJ. Well, we're back home, man, and we can be loud once again, and it's nice. And our setup is back to normal. We're actually, we'll talk about that in a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. Carroll leads off over at first. 1 out in the top of the first. The pitch. A sinker at the knees for a called strike. Crew chief for tonight, you got Adam Hamari behind the plate calling the balls and the strikes. Carlos Torres is over at first. Dan Iasagna is the second base ump. And over at third is Mike Machlinski. as Suarez will deliver from the stretch. The 1-1. It's low. Another curveball that's in the dirt. Then out in left field, it'll be Lance Barksdale. And then in right, you got Tripp Gibson. 2 balls, 1 strike, 10 pitches by Ranger in the first inning so far. Marino at the plate. And the 2-1 pitch. Another low changeup that misses the strike zone. So Ranger, in his postseason career at home, he's 3-0 with a 1.15 ERA. And oh, by the way, has a .57 whip in 15.1 innings of work. The 3-1 pitch, there's a fly ball hit out to right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Castellanos plays it on the hop, and he'll just throw it over to second base. And Carroll's going to go over to third. So back-to-back singles allowed by Ranger. And already, the Diamondbacks have a runner in scoring position. And Carroll's now 90 feet away from the plate. So Christian Walker is coming up. He's delivered a lot of big RBIs for them. Carroll actually was going to steal for second, and he lucked out there because if that ball was hit over to first base, he could have been doubled up. So here comes Walker at the plate, and the first pitch, it's down low for a ball, and JT gets over to it as it almost got by him. Could have been a wild pitch there, but it went over towards his left side, and Carroll stayed put over at third base. That was the pitch that Kyle Schwarber ran on. The wild pitch that he got called out on to end the 7th inning in Game 6. So Carroll's over at third. Marino's at first. Both of them got on with singles. Ketel Marte, the previous batter, struck out swinging. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop. The flip over the second. There's one to throw to first. Not in time. So there's an RBI fielder's choice ground out as the speedy Carroll puts the Diamondbacks up 1-0. And there's now 2 outs in the first inning. So that's an RBI fielder's choice by Christian Walker. And the Diamondbacks get on the board with some small ball action. Hit the subscribe button and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. 93 people on here. Here comes Tommy Pham, who takes a strike on the inside corner at 94 miles per hour. Pham batting .231 in this postseason with 2 solo shots. He went back-to-back with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. against Aaron Nola. The 0-1, there's a check swing foul ball towards the third base dugout. Rally towels waving as fans are standing on their feet praying for the Phillies to punch their ticket to the World Series. Throw back to first to try to get Walker. He gets back in there without a tag and gets back in there standing as well. There's Rob Thompson, the Phillies manager. Wonder how long the leash will be on Ranger tonight. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Pham was caught guessing on a high fastball. Didn't know if he should go or not. And here we go to the bottom of the first as the Diamondbacks get an RBI fielder's choice by Christian Walker. Do the Phillies have a response? They're coming up to the plate after this. Alrighty, here we go. Kids screaming, comment, Cora and Bennett. Love ya! I love you guys too. You guys are the best. Bro, we cannot be giving up hits like this. Says Sam. Crowd needs to be more loud. Oh, the crowd is pretty loud. I gotta tell you. Lots of people standing. And they are so invested in this. Phillies ain't gonna do anything if they keep the pitching like this. Says Fisherman Sam. Suarez strikes him out. Yes, almost struck out the side. Here we go. So the Phillies lineup will look just like this as we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Schwarber at DH, Turner at shortstop, Harper's over at first, Bohm is at third, Stott is at second base, JT Realmuto is the catcher, And then out in right field, it's Nick Castellanos. He's batting 7th. 8th in the order will be Brandon Marsh, the left fielder. And then, last but not least, you got Johan Rojas, who's out in center field. There's been a whole lot of talk about Alec Bohm protecting Bryce Harper, and if Rob Thompson should have moved him down in the lineup or not. And certainly some offensive liability baseball talk in regards to Johan Rojas in the 9 spot. Hopefully that does not come back to bite them tonight in Game 7. So just to repeat and recap, it's Schwarber at the DH, Turner at short, Harper at first, Bohm at third, Pfaadt at second, and Real Muto catching. In right field, you got Castellanos, the left fielder's Marsh, and the center fielder is Rojas. And their opponent tonight on the hill, Ranger Suarez's counterpart, will be Brandon Pfaadt. So Pfaadt is going to be pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He had a career-high 9 strikeouts when he last pitched, and boy, was he absolutely tremendous. The 25-year-old, who's 6'4", in the postseason, has gone 3 starts. He has 15 strikeouts in 12 2/3 of an inning, and a .95 ERA as well. He has just been absolutely electric, especially in that last outing. He just had the Phillies off balance. The question for the Phillies is how are they going to do in regards to plate discipline? Because they were not disciplined at all the last time that they faced this guy. In the regular season, he pitched in 19 starts, had 96 innings under his belt, and had 94 strikeouts and 26 walks allowed. Schwarber steps into the box. First pitch that he sees is a sinker that's way down low. And, well, here come the Phillies. Kyle, 7 for 19 in this series, has hit all 5 of his home runs in this series as well in the postseason. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup at 86 miles per hour. Win or lose, I enjoyed this season with JJ. Hope you all did too. We'll talk about that later. We don't have to get to that now. We got to enjoy this moment first. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's low. So Pfaadt went with a fastball there. So Schwarber's up, Turner waits in the on-deck circle, and Harper is in the hole. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. Pfaadt winds up, kicks, fires, and throws it low again for ball 3. A sinker at 95. So 4 pitches so far for Pfaadt, the 6'4", 220-pound pitcher, hearing all boos at Citizens Bank Park. The 3-1 pitch to Schwarber. He takes it all the way and takes a fastball right down the pipe. And the count is now full, 3-2. Pfaadt from Louisville, Kentucky, a 5th-round pick, the 149th overall pick in 2020. The 3-2 pitch, it's fouled off, and Schwarber stays alive. It is just an absolutely incredible night at Citizens Bank Park. The scenery is tremendous, and it's just a picture-perfect night. What you would expect in an October in Philadelphia. As they call it, Red October. The 3-2 pitch to Schwarber. Swing and a miss on a changeup that was low. And Schwarber goes down swinging, and there's 1 out. Not the best way to start off the offense for the Phillies, but Trey Turner is coming up. Defensively for the Snakes, from 1 through 9, you got Pfaadt on the mound. And catching, it'll be Marino. And in the infield, we'll talk about that after this pitch to Turner as he swings and misses at a sweeper at 87 on the outside corner. From first to third, you got Walker, Marte, Perdomo, and Rivera. The ball's 1 strike to Trey Turner. Pfaadt winds up, kicks, deals, another sinker that swung on and missed on the inside corner. Maybe it was a little bit inside, actually. But regardless, it's an 0-2 count. Gurriel Jr. is playing out in left. The center fielder is Carroll. And the right fielder, of course, last but not least, is Pham. The 0-2 on the way up high. It was a foot above the strike zone. Good job by Marino to show off his reflexes. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. Base is empty. One out in the bottom of the first. The 1-2 to Turner. He takes a sweeper that's way outside. And the count is now 2-2. What's up, Christian? How you doing, my guy? 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the bottom of the first. And Pfaadt, well, Marino was actually the one that called for time because that would have been a pitch clock violation with 1 second left as they go out to the mound to have a little conversation, just to go over signs and communicate. So Pfaadt will reset here. Schwarber struck out swinging. Turner's up, and the count is 2-2. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. Lots of kids at the ballpark tonight. There's one with glasses on, with his pinstripe uniform, and he's wearing a rally towel, the jersey. The 2-2 pitch, grounder hit over to shortstop, gobbled up by Perdomo, and he throws over to first and gets Turner out for out number 2. So the Phillies offense going cold so far, and now Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. You gotta come up with a response if you're the Phillies right here. So here comes Harper. Harper's 31. And the 31-year-old will take a sinker off the plate and outside. Batting .316 in the postseason with 5 homers, 8 RBI. 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the first. Phillies down 1-0 against the Snakes. And the 1-0 pitch fouled back towards the net behind home plate. Hopefully you're all having yourselves an incredible night. I've enjoyed watching the playoffs here. I'm on other casts, or I'm on the other side, but love JJ's calls. You're the best, man. 1 ball, 1 strike to Harper. And the pitch. Ooh, that was way inside, but he swung on and missed it. That sweeper. It did have a lot of movement to it. But Harper swinging at a bad pitch there. Pfaadt not wasting any time. The 1-2 just up high, and Harper holds the trigger. The count is now 2-2. So the Diamondbacks were in their regular away uniforms with the red stitching on the front letters. They're in black on the front and on the back as well. The black numbers as well on the back too. The 2-2 pitch. That's just off the plate. And it's now a full count to Harper. JJ, you rock like a Schwarbomb. Go, Phillies. How you doing, my guy? 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full to Harper. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. On a sweeper that's inside, and Harper goes down swinging. And, well, Brandon Pfaadt gets a 1-2-3 inning. As we go to the top of the second, Diamondbacks strike early and have a 1-0 lead thanks to an RBI fielder's choice ground up by Christian Walker. But we go to the top of the second, Diamondbacks coming back up. The bank is so out, says Travis. Our lefty hitters have to do damage. Dropping off some well wishes for JJ tonight, says RC, my brother. How you doing? What's up? JJ, keep the positivity for your team. We have 132 people in the chat. Spike the like. Hit the subscribe button. Algo people, where are you? We need you tonight. We do. JJ, yes, sir. Thank you so much for the compliment, Aaron Rodgers. We love you, Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully you get back onto the field and play for the Jets, because I want to see you in a Jets uniform, man. Diamondbacks found an effective fire extinguisher for the BBC, it seems, says Matthew Fusco. Oh, man. Matt, I did want to acknowledge you, man, because my mom, shout out to my mom, she's the best. She sent me a screenshot of what you said. And again, guys, I apologize because I'm not a computer. I can't read what everybody's saying in the chat. And that's just a testament to how much we're actually growing, which is actually a good thing. But I do want to acknowledge Matt, for his comment that he made the other day. Harry Kalas, man, to compare me to him, that is really an honor, especially coming from you, man. I mean, I could never live up to Harry Kalas' standards because Harry was a different type of a guy. But just to be compared to somebody like that, there's no words to describe how much that means to me. Seriously, it does mean a lot. Fusco, you pronounce it Ace. Yeah, Pfaadt. I was crying yesterday because we lost. If we win, we will go crazy, says Doggy Cool Aid Brick. Well, we are here all the way, guys. We are here all the way. We really are. You are most welcome, says Matt. I had to give you a shout out, dude, because that was really, really nice. If I do miss something, guys, do not take it personally. Just keep, don't spam the chat, but, just say it again. And then some of our mods will tell us, hey, JJ, you missed this comment. Why are the Phillies swinging at balls? I don't know. You can't ask me that. I'm just the play-by-play announcer. Here comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr., slices this one out to left field for a base hit. Marsh will cut it off, or backhanded, I should say, and Gurriel Jr. gets on with a leadoff single on the very first pitch of the inning. So 6, 7, and 8 were due up to start off the second, and batter number 6 got aboard, and that's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. What's up, Matt? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for coming on here, man. Apparently we forgot how to hit, says Sam. Evan Longoria's coming up to the plate. He's 2 for 16 in the NLCS with 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Suarez on the bump, and the first pitch in this at-bat, swinging a miss on a 93-mile-per-hour heater. And Longoria nods his head, saying, all right, as he chooses a gum, and gets back into the box. Suarez with 19 pitches in this game so far. And the 0-1 pitch, there's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. Longoria got it off the end of the bat, and Marsh is there to make the easy catch and throws it back towards the infield. It's cut off by Turner, and Longoria will head back to the Diamondbacks dugout. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're the best, dude. Emmanuel Rivera will now step up to the plate. This is a guy who has been platooning over at third base and at DH as well as the throw back to first to try to get the runner. It's not in time. But Rangers certainly had a lot of people fooled, including Gurriel Jr., who almost got caught sleeping at the wheel. Harper trying to keep him in check over at first base as he wears his red, white, and blue necklace for his good luck charm. Up at the plate is Emmanuel Rivera. He's wearing a knee brace on his left foot. On his left knee, I should say. The pitch. That's inside for a ball. 21 pitches by Ranger Suarez so far. And the 1-0 pitch. Yes, Emmanuel was guessing on that one. And he checked his swing, but there was no appeal. So the count is now 1-1. Ranger gets set, delivers from the stretch, and throws a changeup. That's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike right now. At home this season, Ranger was 1-3 in the regular season with a 5.45 ERA. The 2-1 pitch. It's a strike, and the throw over the second base to get Gurriel Jr. He dives in there safely. And there's a stolen base there by the Snakes. Thompson saying to hold it. And Calitri goes over to the phone. Mike Calitri, that is the bench coach, and decides not to challenge it. So Gurriel dives in there, got his left hand in there in plenty of time as Pfaadt tried to swipe him on the left wrist and could not get to it. Some of these camera angles that they have with these little miniature cameras in the bags, they are pretty cool to see. The 2-2 on the way. Curveball that Rivera does not bite at. The count is now full. Love the commentary, JJ. Oh, thank you so much, Debbie. Appreciate it. The 3-2 on the way. It's popped up. Ranger with the infield fly rule signals, and Harper gets under it towards the bag and will make the catch. And there's 2 away. So Rangers signaled the infield fly rule, and Harper didn't really have to move a whole bunch to where he was at in between first and second. He caught it. Comes Geraldo Perdomo, who's batting on the right side, wearing his neon green cleats. They look so cool and very bright as there's a check swing foul ball. Lots of check swings in this game against Ranger Suarez, as the Diamondbacks hitters have been guessing on him quite a lot. So Perdomo, 6 for 21 in the NLCS. He homered in the first game, and he has struck out 8 times. Gurriel Jr. leads off at second. We're in the top of the second. The 0-1 pitch. There's a grounder that's fouled towards the visitors' dugout. Suarez with 28 pitches. He's facing the shortstop Perdomo here. Ketel Marte waits in the on-deck circle as the Philly fans start cheering again in this deafening stadium, Citizens Bank Park. Not a seat empty in the house. The 0-2 fouled off again as the crowd gets silenced a little bit, and we'll do it again. So Jeff Hoffman already getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen pretty early. The ball's 2 strikes and a runner over at second. Suarez gets set. Kicks, deals the pitch. Line drive, hit over to shortstop. Turner has it, plays it on a bounce, throws over to first, and Perdomo is retired. So Ranger Suarez just allows the leadoff single to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and then retires the next 3 batters after that. We go to the bottom of the second. Phillies down 1-0 at CBP in Game 7 of the NLCS. There we go. What is up? Matt, I said hi to you, my guy. And I appreciate it, man. They're playing aggressive. We need to do the same, says Jose. You called a double play. That did not happen. All right, guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live or when I upload. We got a long night ahead of us. Phillies down already 1-0. We do Phillies baseball, Flyers hockey, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football on here. And it's been absolutely crazy because this Phillies team has gone all the way to the NLCS, and we had to fly home today. Initially, when I had to fly into Nashville, I was actually house sitting for my sister and watching her dog and her cat and, doing some things to help out around the house while she was away. And so I was thinking that, okay, like when I'm initially making this booking, like God forbid, okay, if the Phillies, because you have to think about this in advance, I got to be able to do my cast while I'm there. So I was able to do that successfully, and that was awesome. But I was thinking, there is no way that the Phillies are going to go to a Game 7 on this day. So that's when we decided to come back. And guess what? It happened. It did happen. But that's all right because we got everything done. We got all of our notes done the night before. Took us a little bit of time. And then we just, flew in. And we had some Wawa tonight. Had a little Schwar bomb myself. And I'm feeling pretty good. So hopefully you're all feeling well too. How was the trip? The trip was good. The trip was really nice. Overall was good, I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit later as the game kind of dies down a little bit, but I don't even know if dying down is the right word because this is season on the line. But I wanted to kind of talk a little bit more about it when things were getting a little bit quiet. So, 1420 subs just tuned in. Let's go. My wife's boyfriend says Phillies are winning the pennant tonight, says Nando390. We love it. I love the spirit. Here comes Alec Boehm. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Fightins. Brandon Pfaadt back out there on the mound. The pitch to Boehm, swinging a fly ball. It's hit out to deep left field, and that's going to tie the game. A solo blast as this fan base erupts. And it's 1-1 in Philadelphia. You start off the inning with a bang, and who would have guessed it would be Alec Boehm that did that? Alec hit a bomer for Grampy. That's one of the signs that's out there. Lots of hugs in the dugout. And now here comes Bryson Stott to the plate, and he hits a fly ball. It's hit out to deep center field. Backing up, though, is Corbin Carroll, and he makes the catch. Just on the track. Boehm with the bomb. Lots of electricity at Citizens Bank Park. And Bryce Harper just clapping literally right out of the dugout, and Schwarber trying to get the fans involved too. Boy, is that really something. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock as JT Realmuto comes up in this 1-1 ball game. The pitch off the plate and outside for ball 1. JT in the postseason hitting .267. He has 3 long balls and 12 RBI. The 1-0 pitch. That's outside again for ball 2. JT had a 2-run homer in Game 5 against the Diamondbacks. That was when Zach Wheeler was pitching. The Phillies had a 4-1 lead at the time, and he had a 2-run shutout to left field to make it 6-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. So Pfaadt on the mound with 23 pitches so far. Alec Boehm was the one that hit a solo homer off of him. It was on a fastball. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike to Realmuto. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer. It's fouled towards the third base side. Castellanos waits in the on-deck circle. JT at the plate in Game 7. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss, and Pfaadt gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. And we're only in the 2nd inning. So after Boehm homered, Stott flew out to center, and Realmuto just struck out swinging. But that hit by Boehm was absolutely huge. Here comes Castellanos. Phillies looking to go out in front. The pitch. Sweeper that swung on and missed. And Castellanos, he's been honestly kind of going back to his old ways in this series. He's 1 for his last 20 with a homer and 2 RBI. And the homer came in the first game. And the 0-1 delivery, another swing and a miss. That fastball was up high. It was on the upper third of the zone. So he'll call for time. He's 0 for 19 since his homer in Game 1 of the NLCS. That's what the graphic that just came up over here. The ball's 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. The 0-2, way off the plate. It's interesting because the fact that this is a Game 7 at home, it's just absolutely wild when you really think about it. As the 1-2 It's just fouled off as Castellanos stays alive. He got a piece of it as the pitch was going down into the dirt, and somehow, some way, I didn't even see it for myself, just stayed alive. I think it went in and out of the glove of Marino when he dropped it. And that's what happened. So let's see if he gets a second chance here and if he can convert on this second chance. The 1-2 delivery, swing and a miss. So the second time was not a charm. However, Alec Bohm, it's a solo home run to tie it up 1-1 in the bottom of the second inning. As we go to the top of the third, 1-1 at the bank in Game 7 of the NLCS. And Pfaadt has just looked so good against this team. He really has, man. Oh, boy. Great. I'm with you, Jose. What did Jose say? We're going to get another right now. That's what he said. That didn't happen. Spoiler alert. Well, look at what a blind squirrel found, says Mike Green. All right. He's not throwing a lot of pitches in the zone, says Mike Green. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what this whole chasing after these pitches are. I don't know if it's just you can't say that it's just a Game 7 thing because this is what they've been doing throughout pretty much this entire series since Game 3. So something has just been off since they scored those 10 runs. And something in the back of my head said that maybe that could come back to bite them. And I didn't think it was going to. 92% of me thought otherwise, but the 8% of me thought that could come back and maybe, they can be a little bit fatigued there. So we go to the top of the third. Top of the lineup due back up for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Josh says, why should he throw it in the zone if they're just going to swing at anything? They didn't swing at everything. So John Kruk was the one that threw out the first pitch tonight, and boy, was that really cool to see. Whenever you think of Philadelphia, I think that it's safe to say that on the Mount Rushmore of Philadelphia Phillies, when it comes to just, players or people or personnel that are just outspoken and show a lot of dedication towards the Philadelphia Phillies, I think that John Kruk has to be one of those guys that's on there. And that's not to dismiss Larry Boa and Mike Schmidt and, so many others, Ruben Amaro Jr. and Larry Anderson. But I think Kruk is up there. Here comes Ranger back out there for his third frame of work, and he throws that one inside for a ball. So Ketel Marte is the guy up at the plate, batting on the right side, the switch hitter with his purple batting gloves, and the 1-0 pitch that's down low and inside for ball 2. Marte has been a hitting machine in this series. And just to back that up, only had the walk-off RBI single in Game 4 to tie the series 2-2. As the 2-0 pitch, there's a line drive hit foul towards the right field side. And in every, late inning, he just comes through with a big base hit and has answered the bell for the Snakes. The 2-1 delivery, a cutter that swung on and missed. Mike Green says absolutely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This fan base has been dedicated, to say the least, with this whole ball club throughout this season during the highs and the lows. The pitch just fouled off. So Ranger Suarez on the mound for the Titans. going up against Brandon Pfaadt. Both pitchers have allowed 1 run as we're in the top of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out. The pitch fouled off by Ketel Marte as it went over towards the third base side, and then it bounced off the tarp and went out to left field. What wasn't your point? Did I miss something else? I missed it. The 2-2 on the way. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And Ranger Suarez gets a backwards K in the stat sheet. That was a beautiful fastball right on the inside corner. And Marte, who doesn't really get caught looking at a lot of pitches, I don't know what he was waiting for with that one. But Carroll comes up and will swing at a sinker that is just fouled behind the plate. So Marte has actually gone down, striking out for his second time in a row. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch by Suarez. Inside for a ball. JJ, he's starting to warm up, says Jose. Hopefully he is. 39 pitches by Ranger. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive hit over the head of Trey Turner out into left field. It wasn't hit all that hard, and Corbin Carroll is able to single for the second time today against Suarez. Well, just hit it in a good spot. Got it in the air over the head of Trey Turner, who just could not get to it. It was about half a foot above where he jumped. And Hoffman still getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. Here comes Marino. And the first pitch is down low for a ball. JT had to block it out in front of him and was able to do so. You see some beanies in the crowd and some winter hats as well, along with a lot of baseball caps and sweaters. Throw back over to first, not in time. People have sent me some really, really cool shirts that they've gotten at the ballpark. And one of them has the Philly Fanatic with Broad Street in the background. That looks really, really cool. The 1-0 by Ranger. It's up high for ball 2. So Marino is the guy up at the plate for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's a 1-1 game. The Diamondbacks got the first run on an RBI fielder's choice by Christian Walker in the top of the first. The Phillies would then respond on a solo homer by Bohm. Here comes Carroll in a run down the throw over to first. We'll bet the throw back to second to try to get Carroll. It's not in time. Wow. So he threw it over to first, Ranger that was, and Harper, they had him on the ropes, and Harper just threw it over to second, and Corbin Carroll slid in there safely. Calitri goes over to the phone. Will they challenge this? I don't think so. But how about Carroll getting out of a run down there? The throw was maybe a little bit high by Harper, but did they get him? Nope. He got in there safely. Good job by Carroll. He hesitated a little bit, and of course Carroll got out of it. The 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike at the knees. What do you mean cut the okay, I see what you're saying. Hey, we can have people on here that root for the Snakes. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive foul. We welcome everybody on here. Diamondbacks have stolen 6 stolen bases over their last 2 games combined and only had 1 in just games 1 through 5. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 as Marino just fouled it off, actually. Wow. Home plate umpire Adam Hamari ruled it as a foul ball, so we'll do it again. That pitch was a breaking ball that was in the dirt, and he just got a little piece of it. So let's see if Ranger can do well on this second chance here. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball dribbled over towards the third base dugout. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure that you spike the like and hit the notification bell icon, and that way you'll know when I upload and when I go live as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We got 79 likes on here. We have 169 people watching. The 2-2 pitch. Grounder hit over to shortstop. Going back over to second is Carroll. Turner has it. Flips it over to first. It's in time. And Carroll retreats back over to second as he stays put. And there's 2 outs in the top of the third inning. So my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. World Series Game 1 will be on Friday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Phillies looking to punch their ticket back to the World Series and win the NL pennant for their second straight year in a row. Here comes Walker, the pitch. Popped up, hit over towards the first base side. Harper has it in foul ground, and they'll make the easy catch for out number 3. So we go to the top, or the bottom of the third, I should say. Phillies looking to take the lead. Ranger's been pretty good so far as he's gotten out of some trouble. Now we go to the bottom of the third. Okay. Pop out over to first. Sorry. Bill H is here. We should be making Pfaadt work like they're making Ranger accumulate pitches. That's the name of the game, dude. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, if you'd like to follow Play-by-Play with JJ on all the social media platforms that are out there, what are you guys waiting for? Click the link tree down below. One of the mods will link it right there. You just got to click on that. You can donate to the channel via PayPal or Venmo, and then you can follow the other social medias on there as well. Or if you would like to donate on here too, you can click that super chat button down below in the live chat and donate to the channel, and we will be sure to give you all a shout out if you do so. But you guys certainly don't have to. They can't get a run over, says Jose Torres. Told you he's warming up. They can't get a run over, says Jose. Chris says, need some more runs, boys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get to 100. If you want Ranger to reach 100 miles per hour, which is probably not likely, but let's get to 100 to match that. I'm telling you, we are about to explode. I hope you're right. Bottom has to hit. Turn the lineup over in this inning, says Mike Green. So, the resume. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We're back in South Jersey. Graduated from Rowan last year with a sports broadcasting degree. Called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. And we also have done stuff for the Delaware Bluecoats. Called games for them. They're the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. I interned at NFL Films after I graduated and decided to take a chance on myself by just starting my own platform. Starting my own YouTube channel and just, getting people to join our family. It's really been an incredible experience, and this has made it so much worth it, man. It really has. This whole Phillies postseason run, doing 127 of the 162 in the regular season, it's been a blast. Lots of ups and downs, but it's been a lot of fun riding the ups with this team and with all of you guys. Here we go. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Or 8, 9, and 1, I should say. The first pitch to Marsh. Line drive into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. As the right fielder, Pham, has to play it on a hop. It bounces in front of him, and Brandon Marsh starts the inning off with a single. How about the Phillies daycare? On the first pitch in the last inning, Alec Bohm struck a laser out to left field. And now this time on the first pitch in this inning, Brandon Marsh is the guy that comes through with a single. And wouldn't it be nice if Rojas joins in on this party here? So 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Phils. Number 8 got aboard. First pitch to Rojas. He squares it up and pops it up, but it's foul. He showed bunt at that pitch. He's just 3 for 21 in the NLCS. And that has just been the stat that everybody has kept their eyes on. Guy that got called up on July 14th, and he knocks this bunt down over towards the mound. Has to play it on the bounce is Pfaadt, and the throw over to first, he just got Rojas. So the sacrifice is successful. And while Rojas was able to lay the bunt down, it looked a little scary in that situation, but he just got on top of it. And he actually almost beat it out. So now Kyle Schwarber's coming up to the plate. And in that scenario, I guess you got to take that for what it is. Rojas got the job done. Here comes Schwarber to the plate, and he takes a sinker on the outside corner for strike one. Schwarber struck out after putting up a full count to start off the ball game. Pfaadt on the mound. Looks back at second, now back to the plate, delivers from the stretch. It's popped up by Schwarber, but thank goodness it goes out of play behind home plate. Kyle, of course, played in the World Series Game 7 back in 2016 with the Chicago Cubs and had a very good day at the plate. The 0-2 pitch. That's outside for a ball. So he's seen that sort of situation as he's been one of the leaders of this ball club for the Titans. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pfaadt delivers. And good eye by Schwarber as the sweeper was just a hair down low. In his career with winner-take-all games, he's actually 7 for 13, which is equivalent to a .538 batting average. 2-2 pitch. It looked a little low, but it's a called third strike, and Schwarber's like, oh my goodness, to Adam Hamari. That was not a strike. It was down low, and Schwarber gets called out on strikes there. I mean, I will tell you that Marino did sell the call as he popped it up a little bit. But at the same time, not the right call whatsoever. Here comes Trey Turner as he takes a sinker that's inside for ball 1. So Turner's 0 for 1 with a ground out. His batting average has gone down over the last 3 games or so. He was batting over 400 in the postseason. Now it's at 370. The 1-0 pitch. Grounder hit over to third base. Rivera has it. Throws over to first. It's in time, and the inning comes to an end. So we go to the top of the 4th. Diamondbacks will be coming back up to bat. Okay. What up, JJ? Let's go fighting, says Ario. Homer right now, says Jose. But we fixed him. Oh, man, we got a lot of people commenting on here, which is absolutely awesome. We need 8 more subscribers to get to 1,430. Spike the like as well. Algo people, do your thing. If you want our channel to be up there with guys like Philly Take with RB. I love Ryan Barrett, man. He's the man. If you want it to be up with Broads Media, Hunter Brody's the man. DJ Eastwood's the man. Philly Mike is the man. All the Philly content creators. You got to spike the like and hit that subscribe button because this is what we do. We do play-by-plays. We also do podcasts as well. But our bread and butter that we've always stuck to is just doing play-by-plays on here. We wanted to just give you guys, not only is this great because I'm getting reps, right? Like that's really cool. Like that's what essentially I'm doing it for. But for you guys, you win at this because, A, you can tune into games if you're out of the market, and B, and this is a really good alternative for that. B, if you just liked having this as an alternative and you're listening to games on the national media side and you want to get more of a homer type of a call, if you're a Phillies fan, this is a great option too. And then, of course, we have people that are interested in sports gambling. So we've been really able to build up this community with all different types of people on here, and it's been such a blast, man. It's been such a blast. Snowman says, hey, which game should you do on Saturday? Florida, Georgia, or Oregon, Utah? I don't know, man. I don't know. If Odyssey blacks out the game, says, that's the other thing too, man. Odyssey has not really been as reliable, and this is really an awesome alternative. You know, it's been such a blast doing this. Samir Green is here. What's up, man? Please, Philly home run. I'm with you. Let's take a sip of water because we got to stay hydrated, guys. Okay. We're heading to the top of the fourth. So the Diamondbacks, they're 3-1 in winner-take-all games. They're 1-0 in Game 7, and that was actually the only Game 7 that they played in was 2001, and that was the World Series Game 7. So here comes Tommy Pham to the plate as he shoots that one foul towards right field. Brianna's here. What's up, Brianna? Let's do this. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to everybody that's on here. Or good evening, I should say. Because good night is also sort of like a goodbye. The 0-1 pitch. Up high and inside for a ball. So Rob Thompson wearing his red vested sweater with his blue sleeves as the 1-1 pitch is down low for ball 2. It's pretty colorful. As a red hoodie. Looks more like a windbreaker. The 2-1 on the way. Looked a little low, but thank goodness Adam Hamari has been fair on both sides of the plate. Calls that one a strike. No spamming and keep it clean. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. Ranger Suarez showing the danger at the bank. So Pham strikes out for the second time today. And now here we go to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who swings and misses at a cutter. So Marte and Pham have been the only strikeout victims, and each of them have struck out twice against Ranger. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out in the top of the fourth. Bases empty. We're tied 1-1 at Citizens Bank Park in Game 7 of the NLCS. The 0-1 on the way. Changeup that's in the dirt. So Suarez with 55 pitches. He's been doing an incredible job at attacking the strike zone just like he has been doing throughout this whole entire playoff run. And the 1-1. It's skied out to right field. Castellanos barely has to move. Just takes 2 steps back and he'll make the easy catch. And there's 2 away. Always love the high socks that Ranger wears. I think it's so cool. Puts them over the pinstripe pant legs, and they're just bright red. Here comes Evan Longoria, the veteran himself, up at the plate against Ranger. And he takes a strike, a cutter on the inside corner. Brianna says, JJ, love the shout out. You rock. Hello, Ariel and Dingle. Yes, sir. The 0-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike at the knees. A changeup at 89. The realest and purest form of live results, says Jamie. Rally towels waving again. This fan base cheering, it's pretty deafening at the bank. The 0-2 pitch. Outside and high for a ball. As they'll settle back down. Longoria chewing his gum. Wearing his green, dark red, and black batting gloves. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? The first base umpire says no. And I thought maybe Longoria did go around on the check swing. Let's see. Nope, that was a good call. That was a very good call. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's reach the century mark before the Sixers start their season. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with nobody on in the top of the 4th. We're tied up at 1 and knots. The 2-2 pitch just sliced foul towards the third base side. That was sort of like an excuse me swing by Evan Longoria. Not necessarily a full swing or a half swing. It was sort of in between. Darkness is upon us as it is 9:08 p.m. Eastern Time. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with this electric crowd at Citizens Bank Park. Phillies coming back up to bat. That strikeout got me fired up. Vision Bomb says another great call, JJ. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. All right, as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Maybe we'll save this question for another half inning. We'll do that. See what happens here. And then that might be a better time to ask the question. So we got a little bit of a new setup here, guys. So I just came home. Okay, if you tuned in during my time at Nashville, or if you didn't even know I was in Nashville, well, I had monitors in different spots. I didn't have my usual setup, and now my setup is a little bit different because now, if you notice, I'm not looking up over here as much as I used to because that's where I was watching the game. But now we have a little TV over here on the left side of the desk, and then the monitor, we put textbooks up to utilize that as a pedestal to give the monitor some height. We got the iPad over here, and we got the old laptop here and the Rodecaster right here, man. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, please feel free to do so. So we got a new setup, and it was really nice because, you know, you come back to the house, and you're just getting ready for Game 7, and it's just no better feeling when you're just sitting here and just calling this in front of you guys. Connor, thanks so much for the donation. Let's go. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Fightin', he says. Fightin', let's go, buddy. Let's go. 99 likes. Come on, one more. We just hit 100. Let's go. Thank you all so much. If we have 180 people on here, let's get to 200. If you believe in the Phillies, if you think that they're going to go to the World Series, let's spike that like. And let's do some dancing after this. Let's celebrate. Where am I? There we go. That's a little bit weird. Did this, like, not refresh? Yep, 108. There we go. Okay, that's how we do it. 100 likes for a Phillies win. 200 likes for a Phillies win. Let's go. Here comes Bryce Harper. In the bottom of the 4th, the first pitch, line drive into right field, and it's going to be caught right on a slant by Tommy Pham. He just smashed that thing out to right field, but hit it right on the nose, and Pham there at the right time. And there's already one out. So the meat of the order due up for the Phillies. Alec Boehm, who hit a home run to tie the ball game in the second inning, has an opportunity to put the Phillies out in front here. He did it on the first pitch. Boehm will take the first pitch down low in this at-bat. So Pfaadt with 42 pitches. Harper just absolutely hit it so sharply, and he just yelled, "God darn it." It's about the results. The 1-0 pitch just chopped foul towards the third base side. It's funny because you have these hits where you have a shot like that's hit about 110 miles per hour off the bat by Bryce Harper that results in an out, but then like Alec Bohm the other day gets on with a check swing single down the third base line. That was probably 30 miles per hour off the bat? The 1-1, it's up high for ball 2, but that's just the name of the game. It's just how it goes sometimes. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Bohm. It's just a little bit low. And to be honest with you, the pitch that Schwarber struck out on, and even that was called in the last inning, that was sort of in the same spot, maybe even a little bit higher. So I'm surprised that Hamari didn't call that a strike. But regardless, it's a 3-1 count to Alec Bohm. The pitch inside for ball 4, and Bohm draws a walk. A 1-out walk, that is. Boy, it would have been nice if Harper would have gotten on base. Phillies in their pinstripe uniforms playing in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. And now coming up, it'll be Bryson Stott. Stott at the plate takes a strike on the outside edge of the plate right there for strike 1. Pfaadt has had an interesting career so far. Just had a birthday on October 15th. The ball's 1 strike to Stott. The 0-1 inside for ball 1. It's from Louisville, Kentucky. Went to Trinity High School in Louisville, Kentucky, and played college baseball at Bellarmine University. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Stott, swing and a miss on a high fastball that was just above the zone. Talked about him being a 5th-round draft pick in the 2020 MLB draft. That was the year that they only had 5 rounds in the draft. In regular years, they have 25. Played for the Visalia Rawhide, and the Hillsboro Hops back in 2021. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stott. The pitch just fouled back. Of course, Bryson Stott, the 14th pick by the Phillies in the 2019 draft. And Corbin Carroll was pick number 16. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Stott. The next pitch, line drive into left center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the 374 sign. Carroll gets to it. Bohm rounding his horses. He's going to the plate. The relay, it's not in time. And Bohm trying to fire the fans up. It's an RBI double by Bryson Stott, and the Phillies have lightning striking at the bank. My goodness. A bow and an arrow was struck out to left center, and Bryson Stott had a bullseye. And now Brent Strom is going to go out there to the mound as the Phillies take a 2-1 lead. The pitching coach for the Diamondbacks trying to calm his pitcher down. That fastball was right at the knees. It stayed up and it missed its spot. It actually looked like it was more of a hanging off-speed pitch. And Bryson Stott was certainly due, and he took advantage of it. And how about Bohm running all the way from first? That's what you love to see. Harper even pumping his fists, showing the big balls as well. And Schwarber, even Schwarber's waving him home, telling Bohm to come. Oh, we love it. The bell is red out in right center field. And the Phillies are trying to make the whole entire city red in this red October. The pitch to JT, line drive, it gets by the third baseman. It goes into left field. The relay to the plate. Stott tries to dive back in there safely. It's in time. Rivera bobbled it, but it didn't get too far away from him. And JT gets on with a single, and that puts runners at the corners in the bottom of the fourth. Well, somehow JT hit it in the right spot. It just got underneath Emmanuel Rivera, and probably on a good fielding play, he probably could have had the runner out. Perdomo then had to go cover third base as the throw by the left fielder was pretty much on the money, but Perdomo dropped it, and probably Stott could have been out. Here comes Castellanos as this volcano continues to erupt at the bank. The first pitch, it's up high for a ball. I'm sure that if people were checking their phones at the stadium, they're probably getting the notifications that they're about to go deaf with this type of intense volume. The 1-0 pitch to Castellanos, swing and a miss. That certainly happened to me last year. Here comes, Joe Mantiply is warming up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Runners at the corners. Phillies lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Brandon Pfaadt still on the mound. This is the most pitches that he's thrown in an inning so far today. Connor with another donation. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Phillies lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Runners at the corners. Castellanos at the plate to throw back to first. It's not in time to get Realmuto. We need 8 more subscribers to get to 1,430 subs on the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pfaadt in the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Castellanos strikes out. That pitch was way out of the zone, and he continues to struggle at the plate. So there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. I wanted to go back to that Bryson Stott hit just for a very quick second as Brandon Marsh is coming up to the plate. I mean, the fact that he was able to take that hanging slider or whatever pitch that was, whatever off-speed pitch that was, that tells me that he's starting to get locked in now. Runners at the corners. Marsh up, and he takes a high ball. It was a changeup at 89. Scoring play was in progress. I did the score. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Oh, somebody maybe spoiled it? Oh, okay. Thanks, Larry, for doing your... Thanks, Larry, for covering me, man. A ball, no strikes to Marsh. The pitch. A changeup inside and low. That Marsh takes all the way. Somebody was telling me, I don't know how Marsh keeps his hair wet, throughout this entire time. I don't know how he does it either, but it was a pretty interesting observation. If he puts some sort of gel in the hair or whatever it is. But it is really cool. The 2-0 delivery, that's outside for ball 3. And 1 more ball will load the bases for Johan Rojas, who had a sacrifice bunt his last time up. 3 balls, no strikes. Phillies lead it 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-0 pitch outside for ball 4, and that's going to load the bases as they are juiced now in this juiced environment. Torey Lovullo looks a little bit confused and is figuring out what to do as the pitching coach, Brent Strom, is going to make a call to the bullpen from the dugout. Don't know who he's going to get loosened up yet. Here comes Rojas, who takes a strike at the knees. It's a sweeper at 85. Now, I was wondering if in this situation you pinch hit Rojas here, but Rob wouldn't have done that. No balls, one strike. Hopefully he'll come through here. Boy, wouldn't that be something. The 0-1 to Rojas. It's fouled back towards the screen. He's not a bad hitter, but he's just been really struggling in this series. He's 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position this postseason, and that's all you got to know if you're just tuning in. The 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball that misses outside and low. He is a defensive specimen, and that's how he makes up for it, though. So Stott's at third, JT's at second, and Marsh is at first. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. The Phillies lead it 2-1 and are looking to add some more runs here. Pfaadt delivers from the stretch. The pitch, swing and a miss. That pitch was not even close to the zone, and Rojas struck out on a pitch that was a foot at least off the plate. However, Bryson Stott is able to get an RBI double. And Bohm was the one that scored. The Phillies lead it 2-1. It's been all Phillies so far in this ball game. In that situation, I'm sorry. You got to get more runs there. That was a golden opportunity to do so. You got the lead, and that matters. But you got to put runs on the board. He's 0 for 2023, says Mike Green. So in case you're just tuning in, this is Game 7 of the NLCS. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Winner of this game will have to face the Texas Rangers in the World Series. Like your attitude, JJ. I'm so scared, says David Staples. Well, that's why we got to keep it together, man. As they say in Monsters, Inc., keep it together, man, because we're all in this together. That's another pun from High School Musical. Why am I doing that? That was not intentional, by the way. Maybe they'll intentionally walk somebody. Well, I was just about to ask how's the game going, says Josh Williams. Well, it's been pretty interesting for sure. Phillies were down 1-0 as Christian Walker got a fielder's choice RBI. In the top of the first, the Phillies would then respond on a solo shot by Alec Bohm in the bottom of the second, and then they would just take the lead in the bottom of the fourth on an RBI double by Bryson Stott. And that's been all the offense so far in this game. Ranger Suarez has been doing a pretty good job, except for the first inning. He just allowed 2 straight singles, and then the fielder's choice ground out by Christian Walker, the RBI that was. But other than that, he's been doing a very good job. And Brandon Pfaadt was doing good. And then Bohm hit the home run. And in that last inning, 7 men came up to the plate for the Phillies. We're all in this together, singing it out along with you, says Brianna. It's a good, I like High School Musical, man. Yes, Schwarber, Turner, and Harper 0 for 6. I blame Rojas, says Larry. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing, man, is that, he's out there for his defense, and I get that. But at the same time, I know that there's a lot of stuff left in this game, but are you really going to get more of those opportunities? And then what if Schwarber came up to the plate? I don't know. I'm just asking. Here comes Emmanuel Rivera, who takes a strike as Ranger goes out there for his 5th frame of work. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive into center field for a base hit. It's backhanded by Rojas. He keeps it in front of him, and Emmanuel Rivera is able to solve Ranger Suarez for the first time tonight. gets a leadoff single to start off the 5th inning. And now Geraldo Perdomo is the next batter. So JT is going to call for time here, and as he does that, Jeff Hoffman is still getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen, just trying to stay loose, just in case they got to use him. So Ranger does have 64 pitches on the night so far. During the postseason, we talked about it, we said it over and over again that he's been absolutely incredible. In home games in the postseason, he just went 5 innings, allowed the 1 earned run, and had 2 strikeouts. And here we go as Geraldo Perdomo's coming up to the plate. Against righties, batters are only hitting 128 against them in the postseason. They've struck out 11 times in 11 innings. First pitch was bunted foul. Not a good bunt whatsoever laid down by Perdomo. You got a runner over at first. That's the tying run. That's Emmanuel Rivera, the 0-1 pitch. The sacrifice will be complete as Ranger has to get off the mound. It was hit over towards the first base side, and the throw to first is in time. And that'll advance the runner over to second. So now the Diamondbacks are trying to come up with an answer here. Diamondbacks got good stuff, but I knew Rojas was going to chase a lousy pitch outside. Ketel Marte's coming up. Wonder if you should walk him here. First pitch, it's down low, and JT immediately gets up because it just got in front of him, but not too far away for Rivera to go over to third base. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch, way inside for ball 2 at 94 miles per hour. Ranger actually signed with the Phillies as an international free agent back in 2012. So at the time, if you do the math correctly, if he's 28, as the next pitch that's bunted foul towards the first, or dribbled foul towards the third base side, and JT and Ranger let that one go out of play. So if he's 28 years old now, back in 2012, that means that he was just 15 years old. Actually, it was 16. That was really close. Played professional baseball for the Venezuelan Summer League when he was 16. Phillies had him as their closer, and that's what he originally was going to come up to do. 2-1, that's grounded foul. But as Rob Thompson likes to say, he's a gadget type of a pitcher, a Swiss Army knife, if you will, to quote him. Somebody that can start, somebody that can finish out games and be used in any spot. He just always says, give me the ball. The 2-2 pitch. Ketel Marte strikes out for the 3rd time today and has a hat trick of strikeouts. And Ranger Suarez continuing to throw with a lot of poise. That was a filthy changeup that he just threw right there. Corbin Carroll's coming up. Rivera still over at second. He's the tying run, and Carroll slices that piece of the pie foul towards the third base side. So Corbin's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles, a stolen base, and a run scored. That was on the fielder's choice ground out hit by Christian Walker. The pitch. 0-1 breaking ball, and I got to tell you, JT has been blocking a lot of pitches behind the plate tonight. blocked that one and did a pretty good job there. He has to certainly get some credit too, because it has been not easy for him out there tonight. Rivera leads off at second. Carroll's at the plate. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Inside. A sinker at 93. And Carroll just said no thank you to that pitch. We have 185 people on here. What are you waiting for? Hit that like button. Ruben Amaro signed him when he was the GM, says Bill H. to Ranger Suarez. 2-1 pitch. There's a grounder hit back up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third, coming in to score is Rivera. And we're back to a tie game in Game 7 of the NLCS as Corbin Carroll comes through. And the Diamondbacks not going away without a fight, and Rob Thompson has seen enough, and he's going to pull the plug here. Initially, I'm thinking maybe it's a little bit too soon to pull Ranger, as Christian Walker's coming up, but regardless, it's a 2-2 game as Carroll gets an RBI single to tie this ball game in the top of the 5th. So Rangers' night is done, and Jeff Hoffman is the guy that's going to come in on 75 pitches. They say the miles per hour on the changeup? I don't know. They get hit with runners in scoring position. We didn't last inning. LRC says too early. Okay. Initially, that's what your thoughts say. Okay. Hoffman's going to have to pitch the 6-2. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, people. 2 buttons that don't cost a dime. However, if you do want to pay me a dime, you can hit that super chat button down below. Or you can also donate via PayPal or Venmo as well. But yes, to the people that just subscribed, comment who you are down below. Come on, guys, no spoiling, says Mike Green. I don't know what we spoiled, but that's okay, because I didn't see it. This chat is going by really, really fast. We have 185 people on here watching. Only 118 likes. And that means that 74 of you, I just made that number up, but around that ballpark, have not hit that thumbs up button. What are you guys waiting for? If you love me, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, man. If you want the Phillies to win, if you love this play-by-play, if you want to hear more of my play-by-play, that's all you got to do. Estevan says, what's the score, Larry? What cut of beef is best for Philly cheesesteak, says Dingle Dongle. I want... You want to whip one up right now. Ribeye is good. Ribeye is a good one. Hoffman scares me. Dude, he's been like their most reliable pitcher out of their bullpen this year. Just got to 120. It's been like their most reliable. I think you'd be more scared if Sir Anthony was out there right now. Is that correct? Or even Kimbrel. He's your best option as a right-handed pitcher. So Hoffman has gone 5 1/3 of an inning in the postseason. He's only allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits, and he has 8 strikeouts. What scares you about that? Gabriel Marino comes to the plate. The first pitch is in there for a strike. The throw over to second, that was way off the line, and Corbin Carroll's able to swipe second. My goodness. JT did not have a good throw from his knees, though. That's, to be fair, that's what he did there. So Carroll slides in safely over at second base, and this is why he stole over 50 bases in the regular season. He has 2 tonight. Has been coming up large. The 1-0 delivery to Marino is in there for a strike. So Gabe is 1 for 2 with a single. Mystery Box is here. What's up, Mystery Box? Carroll dances off the bag. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. Castellanos gets to it. The throw to home plate to get Carroll. It's cut off. And Harper will get Marino in a pickle as the throw back to first is in time. Pfaadt was able to swipe the tag on him, but the job is done. It's an RBI single by Gabriel Marino, and the Diamondbacks retake the lead as we go to the bottom of the fifth at Citizens Bank Park. Wow. They have got to get runs here. Come on, Esteban. We gotta, you know what I'm saying. Like we have to keep things. We have to keep things a little bit clean. Like we can't, we can't be like rubbing things into people's faces or anything like that, man. We love you though. But yeah. Why are you throwing breaking balls? Says Kane. To the person that just subscribed, thank you so much for doing that, man. Appreciate you all. We love you. Schwarber, Turner, and Harper are due up. That's the good news for the Phillies. They are down by 1. They need the bats to come out and show some life. It's all good we can hit right now, says Jose. Yes, sir. So here's a question that I have for you guys, okay? Connor with another donation. Before we get to the question, we got to acknowledge Connor, man. If you guys want to donate, feel free to hit that super chat button. Connor, you're the man, dude. Yes, sir. But yes. All right. Somebody asked me if I'm not an Eagles fan. I am an Eagles fan. We're not talking about the Eagles though. We're talking about baseball, man. We're keeping it strictly baseball tonight. Gosh, lousy inning. Phillies lose this the World Series, going to sink the TV ratings as I am not going to watch Diamondbacks and Rangers. Okay. All right. So the question that I have for you guys is this, because I have noticed that the one thing that's been really hard for me since I have graduated from college, it took me a little bit of time to try to start figuring this stuff out, is how to find structure. Because when you're in college for 6 years, you're used to going to classes, just with the education system, you're used to going to school and having things out for you. And it still has been quite an adjustment for me, because now I'm back at my house and I'm trying to figure out how to be productive with my day, especially because this is not a regular 9-to-5 job. So I just want to, you guys don't have to go too much in depth with this, but I would like to hear about what keeps you guys busy every day, and like what's something that's unique that's a part of your structure that you try to implement, whether it's once a week or every day or something to that extent. So Joe Mantiply is going out there to pitch for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I'll read your comments as we go through this inning. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. The 1-0 pitch to Schwarber. Line drive into right field. It's going to go all the way towards the wall. Pham plays it on a hop. It takes a wicked bounce. Schwarber's going to jog into second base. And the tying run is in scoring position. I did that. I actually did join Planet Fitness. That's been one of the things that I'm going to start doing a little bit more. There you go. That is how you do it. Great job, JJ. Thanks, is David. Love you, David. Thanks for coming on here. Here comes Trey Turner. The tying runs at second. The go-ahead run at third. Turner's going to lay down a bunt, but it's over towards the first base line, and it's just foul. Just goes foul. Aaron Rodgers says my PS5. For structure, that's what you do every day. Some people it works for them, but I get really distracted with playing the PS5. I have a PS4, actually. So Mantiply is out there on the mound for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The 0-1, swinging a bouncer, hit over to third base. Rivera has it, checks the runner at second, throws over to first. It's in time. There's one out. I watch YouTube videos. I'm being like realistic though. Like, what do you guys actually do that's like really unique as like, you know, a part of your everyday routine? Keep it clean, or else you get a timeout. I didn't see what's going on there. Bryce Harper's up at the plate. Schwarber's on second. The pitch inside for a ball. Planet Fitness is what I do for Ninja Warrior. Upkeep for the cardio, says Jamie Frey. Yep, that's what I'm starting to do too. Schwarber leads off at second. Harper's at the plate. The pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to deep left center field. It's going back towards the track. It'll just stay in the yard, though. And it's caught for out number 2. It didn't look like it was going to go, but the wind certainly did carry it, and Harper goes back to the dugout. Boy, oh boy. Just caught at the left field warning track by Gurriel Jr. And now Alec Boehm's coming up. Can he try to tie the game here? It's absolutely important for the Phillies to try to do this. Well, we got a pitching change as Mantiply is in there to do the job. And the Diamondbacks are going back to Jake Thompson this time. So, Schwarber's at second. Boehm's coming up to the plate. We'll see what happens in just a little bit. Estevan says meditation. Okay. Meditation. Do you use the Calm app? Do you, do you belong to like a public, or do you do yoga? Like, elaborate on that a little bit more. Oh, I have all of PlayStation gaming system, says legendary anime JP fan. Play lead guitar like a rock star, says Larry. That's a good thing for. That's a good thing to learn. Learn how to play guitar. Work out and walk the dog, says Bill. Another good one. I won't know about 17 until after. Estevan, what you drinking tonight? You going for a Yingling in response? I volunteer dog walking for the shelter, says Jared Rawls. That's really cool. That's really nice. So, like, how far away is the dog shelter, from your house, if you don't mind me asking? Is it, like, nearby? And, like, what got you into starting that? The one thing that I've noticed is that even before I left for Nashville, I noticed that when I started, to go to the gym a little bit more, that it kind of motivated me to kind of do other things as well, around the house. And, I love being on here. Like, that's not the point. The point is that, when you're isolated and when you're working for yourself and you're not really socializing with people, you can't lose that. And you have to, physically, socially, and mentally treat your body the way that a body has to be treated. So it's tough. Sometimes it's hard to balance those things, but I think that we all can do a better job with that. So I want us all to be healthy. Thompson, Ginkel, and Sewald in this postseason have all gone 23 2/3 combined and have had 29 strikeouts, 6 walks allowed, and 19 hits combined. Come on, guys. Just keep it clean, man. That's all we ask. That's all that we ask. Just hit the gym, says Ty. That's cool. Do what Rocky would do. Well, JJ, I'm Frey the Frog Cat. What's up, Jamie? All right, here comes Boehm to the plate, and he takes a sinker from the sidearm pitcher, Ryan Thompson, for a strike at the knees. 0-1 is the count. The tying runs over at second base. There's 2 outs. The pitch to Bohm, popped up towards the infield. Marte says he has it, and he'll make the catch in between first and second. And the Phillies do get the leadoff man to go up again and get on with a double, but they can't get anybody home as we go to the top of the 6th. Phillies trail 3-2. Disaster. It's less than a mile away, says Jared. That's really cool. Got divorced, live alone, and keeps me active and engaged. That's the really important thing. You know. What I like is, I am very fortunate enough because, my dad has a garden here. And, we have a lot of tomatoes and a lot of beans. And, we don't like to have that stuff go to waste because we can't eat all of it. So I've also been, before I went to Nashville, I've been trying to share some of our fruit with other people because it's like a really good way to, go out and do something nice for somebody. And it's just a nice gesture. So we're trying to implement that stuff back into our lives because we can do both things, guys. Just can't lose sight of that. Phillies need a comeback, says Jeff. I'm with you on that. Donna! All right. I'm done, Esteban. I'm done. All right. Mods, if somebody's not behaving, man, you can literally just hide them on the channel. I'm done. I don't want to be able to take over like this, but if somebody's really being rude, that's all you got to do. Just hide them or just put them in the timeout. But yes. All right. F the likes, says LRC. Yep. I did it. I already did it, man. You're good, though. But here we go to the top of the 6th inning. 6th inning. Here we go. Yes, sir. Let's take a sip of water. Cheers. We need 3 more subscribers to get to 1,430. If you guys do enjoy this content, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, man. Despite the like, too. Diamondbacks are the Phillies of last year, says Michael. Well, maybe so. All right. So Hoffman is going to pitch the 6th inning, and he's going to have to face Walker here. First pitch to Christian Walker is a fastball that swung on and missed at 97 miles per hour. I don't know about that. We can make that argument, and we can have that debate another time, but the 0-1 is way inside for a ball. I don't know about that. That almost hit Walker, too. It was way inside. Hoffman just barely missed the jersey. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a slider that's at the knees. That slider had a lot of velocity on it. The count is now 1-2. So Christian Walker 0 for 2 tonight. Had the RBI fielder's choice ground out to put the D-backs up 1-0. Exactly. The 1-2 pitch, line drive into center field. Rojas on the run, and he'll make the easy catch. And there's 1 away. Let's go D-backs, says Mega Man. Thanks for coming on here, Mega Man. Phillies are a home run or bust, and that's why they have been bad in April and slowed down at the end of October. Ball doesn't carry as well. Well, they got to November last year, man. They did. So, here comes Tommy Pham. The pitch, grounder, hit back up the middle. Turner has it, though, gobbles it up. Sidearm over the first. It's in time. Sidearm throw over to first. And he got it. Kind of wanted to try to implement that call, but we stumbled on our words a little bit. Jose Alvarado getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen, as he will most likely pitch the 7th inning. So Lourdes Gurriel Jr. coming up. The pitch up high at 98 miles per hour. There you go. Good. 2 balls, no strikes to Gurriel Jr. Hoffman gets set, kicks, fires, throws a slider that swung on and missed. That slider looks absolutely deadly tonight. Hoffman has been an interesting story for the Phillies. Know that he was picked up by the very beginning of the season. And the 30-year-old has really rejuvenated his career in a Phillies uniform. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. That fastball coming in at 97 on the gun at the knees. And the rally towels start waving again. Phillies down 3-2. Can they keep it to a 1-run deficit? That's the question. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Gurriel Jr. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. And Gurriel Jr. comes through. The defense and the middle infielders not able to get over towards the ball. And there's a 2-out single by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And with a fastball right down the middle, and Gurriel Jr. just put the ball in play and put it in a good spot. The Diamondbacks have had 8 hits tonight against the Phillies pitching, between Hoffman and Suarez combined. Longoria up at the plate. And he takes a slider in there for a called strike at 86 miles per hour. So Longoria, of course, was on the Tampa Bay Rays, the only active player from that 2008 World Series. From either team, the Phillies and the Rays played each other. The 0-1 pitch, down low for a ball. Did David Price retire? Can somebody let me know? Because I saw that he was a free agent, but I couldn't remember if he retired or not. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hoffman kicks, fires from the belt, and it's fouled away behind the net. The count is now 1-2 to Evan Longoria. The 38-year-old, who was a 3-time All-Star, was also won a Gold Glove 3 times as well. Throw back to first by Hoffman, not in time. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch to Longoria, swing and a miss. The runner was going over to second, and Longoria struck out. JT just ate it up after that pitch. And Jeff Hoffman comes through again, just allows the 2-strike, 2-out single to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and that's it. No harm done. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies down 3-2 in Game 7 of the NLCS in this winner-go-home game. We got this comeback, says Fisherman Sam. Arizona Diamondbacks, great consistent small ball play so far. What's the temperature in Philly right now? Well, I can tell you what the temperature in South Jersey is right now. It's 51 degrees in South Jersey. All right? It is 56 in Philly, which doesn't make any sort of sense whatsoever. It's 5 degrees higher, but we're in South Jersey, which is like 20 minutes away from Philly. It's a little bit weird. But that's all right. Phillies take the lead this inning, says Trisha. Someone remembered Robin Williams. Good man, great actor. Of course we remember Robin Williams. Great. Put the Phillies hat on, and we, JJ, come on rock that hat. I can't because guess what? It's going to make me sweat on here, and you're not going to get the best call out of me. Moderators suck. Well, guess what, man? Goodbye. David, we're showing our age. Oh, man. Y'all are funny, man. I knew we were going to have like a rowdy night. Man, we got 52 people that have not hit that thumbs up button yet. Come on, man. We want to get to 200 likes. We've never hit 200 before. And we also need 4 more subscribers to get to 1,430. The name is Jason Joseph. You know, you guys don't always have to comment on here if you don't like. If you don't want to deal with that sort of toxicity, if we're not having a good live chat, well, you can always just listen in. You don't always have to engage in the conversations on the chat. We like you to engage in positive conversations on the chat, but you don't always have to do that. Sometimes you can just listen too. Alrighty, bottom of the 6th inning. Flashlights coming on people's phones as Bryson Stott's coming up to the plate with his walk-up song. First pitch. Looked a little inside, but it's in there for a strike. So Stott had the RBI double. He's facing Ryan Thompson here. We're in the bottom of the 6th in this do-or-die ball game. First time in Phillies history that they've had to play a Game 7. The 0-1, it's low, and inside as well. Phillies in their pinstripe uniforms with the red letters, red Phillies letters that is, on the front and on the back. The 1-1 pitch, a sinker that swung on and missed at 91 miles per hour. 5 pitches by Ryan Thompson. The sidearm pitcher for the Snakes. The 1-2, there's a grounder. It over towards Marte, who makes the sliding stop, throws over to first. It's in time, and Ketel Marte came up with a very big defensive play right there. That was really needed. Stott got it up the middle. Marte made the sliding stop. And his counterpart, Bryson Stott, got out. So JT is due up. And he takes an inside sinker at 90 miles per hour. The man from Del City, Oklahoma, is looking to try to tie this ball game. The 1-0 pitch, fly ball. It's hit out to left field on the run. And making the catch, though, is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And JT hit it sharply, just right at Gurriel Jr., as he makes a nice play for out number 2. Andrew Saalfrank now getting loosened up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. And now Nick Castellanos looking to be a hero right here. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies down 3-2. Castellanos gets caught looking at a strike right at the knees. The ball's 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. Thompson gets set at the belt, kicks, fires. There's a grounder hit over to shortstop. Perdomo has it. He'll throw it over to first. It's in time. And that's the end of the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Phillies down by 1. Rivera, Perdomo, and Marte due up as we go to the top of the 7th inning at the bank. All right. They're still in this game. Time now for our trivia question, guys. Come on. All right, so if you get the trivia question correct, this is what you'll hear. If you got the trivia question wrong, this is what you'll hear. All right. So here we go. Among players who have stolen at least 100 bases, the all-time greatest success rate is 88.75%. Okay? Which Phillies player did that? Okay? I don't know how I really phrased this question. It's 142 out of 160 stolen bases he had this season. So, which Phillies player who had stolen at least 100 bases was able to conquer a success rate of stealing 88% of his bases? That's how it probably should have been phrased. Whatever happened to the Phillies pitcher Vance Worley? He retired, dude. Jimmy Rollins. Incorrect. Carlos Ruiz. Incorrect. So which Phillies player has the greatest all-time success rate, which is 88.75 of his stolen bases that he is stolen? Trey Turner. The question is, among players who have stolen at least 100 bases, the all-time greatest success rate is 88.75, which in parentheses is 142 out of 160, held by which Phillies great? Lenny Dykstra. Juan Samuel. No. Mike Schmidt. Pete Rose. JT. Best stolen base percentage in baseball history. Nope. Hoffman's going to now pitch the 7th inning. The pitch, that's up high for a ball. Larry Boa. Nope. Y'all are missing an easy one. It's not that hard. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch inside. Howard's not a stolen base guy. Has to be Jimmy Rollins. Nope. We said Jimmy Rollins is a no. 2 balls, no strikes to Emmanuel Rivera. And the pitch, that's in there for a strike. A fastball right down Broad Street. Utley, there we go. Utley it is. Chase Utley. He stole 142 out of 160. There you go. Chris and John Moyer got it. 2 balls, 1 strike. The next pitch, grounder hit over to third, backhanded by Bohm, and the throw across the diamond is in time, and there's 1 away in the top of the 7th inning. It is Chase Utley. That is correct. Good play by Bohm, too, as he sort of slid over towards the third base side and got up on 1 knee and threw a dart over to first base. Ugh, the only jersey I still wear. It was a really nice play. So Jeff Hoffman, his night is now finally done. As now they're going to go to Alvarado. Alvarado's going to come in to try to keep it a one-run game. As we're still in the 7th inning. He will face Perdomo and Marte here. And probably Carroll as well. All right, 3 more subs until we get to 1,430 subscribers. Let's do it, guys. What are y'all waiting for? Bet Smith is in the top 5. Well, we didn't ask about the top 5. We didn't ask that question. Wouldn't be surprised, though. I wouldn't be surprised. All right. The backstory, man. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Eagles football, all right? We need one more subscriber to get to 1,430. Yeah, so I graduated from Rowan last year, and I've been starting this channel for we've been doing this for 10 months. I've been wanting to do play-by-play for a really long time. And I've just been told by so many greats that you just got to get reps and you have to find ways for people to find you. And so, you know, we've just been coming on here just to get practice and call games for the teams that we love. It's really what it's about. I am debating whether or not we should even cover the World Series, regardless of if the Phillies make it or not. And I think that it would be a good idea because, you know, we need to get reps of doing, you know, national games, and not there's a difference because you got to show enthusiasm for both teams, and you have to, and then the call's just different, you know, the energy's a little bit different. So I might do it. If you guys think we should do it, let me know. Here we go. Jose Alvarado's going to come in. He's 0-2 in the regular season with a 1.74 earned run average. T.Y. Just gave a donation, $1.99. Nobody asked, homie, he says. Well, I don't know what that comment is in reference to, but thanks for the donation, man. Go ahead and cover it. Great practice, and you can experiment with a non-biased approach. I'm with you, man. 1 out in the top of the 7th. Perdomo up at the plate, and he takes a strike as he tried to show bunt, then took it back. But yes, thank you for the donation. Chris says, thanks. Can the Philadelphia Phillies bats wake up? No balls, 1 strike. Alvarado delivers, winds up, and pitches, and that's in there for a strike as well. No balls and 2 strikes to Geraldo Perdomo. The shortstop who's 0 for 1, batting on the right side. The switch hitter going up against the lefty. As time is called, another donation. Dingle Dongle, we appreciate your energy. You've got a lot of supporters here in Texas. I'll make sure I give you a shout-out after this pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. Alvarado kicks, fires the pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Marsh plays it on a couple of bounces, and Geraldo Perdomo gets on with a 2-strike single out to left field. So Perdomo comes through, and now Ketel Marte is coming up. Thanks so much for the donation, Dingle Dongle. Appreciate it, man. You will not have to decide. Hopefully, it's the Phillies, says Albert DeHaven. Here comes Ketel Marte and the pitch. There's a grounder hit over to third base. The flip over the second. There's 1. The throw back to first. It's not in time. They say it was a foul ball. Are you kidding me? Really? Wow. So it was a dead ball. Just fouled it off of his foot. Thought I saw it, but again, can't see a signal from the home plate umpire after they changed the shot around. Just hit 1,430 subs. Let's go, man. Throw back to first. That's not in time. So Alvarado on the bump for the Titans. He has 4 pitches so far. He was fantastic in last year's postseason run for the Phillies. And he's hoping to trying to get the Phillies back to the World Series. He has to keep it to a 1-run deficit. The 0-1 pitch. Line drive into right field. Castellanos backs up and it goes over his head. It hits off the top of the wall. And Marte's just going to go over to third as the throw is made to home plate. And Marte gets on with a double. So Perdomo is the guy that goes over to third. I don't know if Perdomo misread it or what, but Marte gets on with an opposite field double. And now Corbin Carroll's coming up. Wonder if in this situation, do you walk Carroll here? Because he's had a hot bat today. And do you take your chances with getting the double play here? So Marte, with the longest postseason hitting streak at 16, just past Marquise Grissom, who had 15, and now Caleb Cotham's going to go out there to gather the infielders, rally the troops, and talk things over. Alvarado's not a good pitcher. I mean, okay, a guy that has a 1.92 ERA is not a good pitcher. Okay. Who else do you go to? Tell me. Who else do you go to? Runners at second and third, infield playing in. Corbin Carroll now up at the plate. And the pitch, swing and a miss at 100 miles per hour on a fastball right down the pipe. I have a bellyache and my heart is not working properly, says Chris. Carroll is just the second rookie with 3 hits in the Game 7. The last one to do it was Dustin Pedroia. The 0-1 on the way. Down low for ball 1. One ball, one strike. Alvarado kicks, fires, and throws another pitch at 101 miles per hour in the triple digits. That just gets by Carroll. He's throwing the heat. Fans standing and some are absolutely stressed. The 1-2 to Carroll just fouled off. That sinker reached 100 miles per hour. It was just above the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alvarado looks back over at third. Now back to the plate. The 1-2 by Alvarado, swinging a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos will get there to make the catch. Tagging up is Perdomo. He's going to come into the plate, and he scores on the sac fly. And it's now 4-2. So Carroll gets the job done. The sacrifice fly is successful. And now Gabriel Marino is coming up. And it seems like all the little things are working in the Diamondbacks' favor. And now Rob Thompson is going to go back to the bullpen with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And Zach Wheeler is going to come into the ball game right now. And this is probably a panic move by Rob Thompson. Big situation for him right here. Yeah. Y'all are crazy, man. If you guys think that the game's over, why are you still on here, man? Because it's not over. It's not over. There's a reason why Alvarado's 0-2. Yeah, there's a reason why he's 0-2 because he's never really had to lose. You know what I'm saying? Is a 1.92 ERA and a guy that literally has like 89 strikeouts and has only allowed 13 walks. He's never been in a losing situation. Oh my gosh. Y'all are funny, man. I love each and every one of you, though. I really do. David says we got a 30% chance still. Well, take our chances, man, because we're not out of this. We're still not out of this, man. Let's go, says TY. TY, thanks so much for the Ty, thanks so much for the donation, dude. Did I just really say TY? I'm sorry. My mind's a little bit all over the place right now. Only down by 2 runs. Anything can happen, says Mr. Mark. You don't like Corbin Carroll? All right. Oh, boy. So Zach Wheeler on the mound. It's his first relief appearance of his career, which I didn't really know that because I thought that in the last game of the regular season in 2020 that he was coming out of the bullpen, but I guess he did start that game because that was a do-or-die situation for them. So Wheeler is going to come on in relief to finish off the 7th inning here and maybe go further if he has to. Got to go to your best arm there. So Perdomo was able to get on, and so was Marte. And, well, Carroll, all he had to do was hit a sac fly. And now Marino's up at the plate, and he takes a strike at the knees. It was a fastball at 96 miles per hour. Gabriel Marino 2 for 3 tonight with 2 singles and an RBI as well. Batting .286 with 3 homers. The ball's 1 strike to Marino, the 0-1. That's way outside. The sweeper missed by a ton. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Wheeler again gets set at the letters. Looks back at second. And back to the plate again. The 1-1. It's outside and high for ball 2. 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning with a runner over at second. Phillies looking to just get out of this inning. The 2-1 offering up high for ball 3. Give the Snakes credit because they've been doing the little things right ever since they were able to take the first game. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch, that's in there for a strike. They really have been fighting. Even though the Phillies have been struggling too. 2 things can be true. The count is full. Rally towels waving at Citizens Bank Park. Wheeler on the mound, 5 pitches, coming on in relief for this Game 7. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And Marino strikes out there. The good news for the Phillies is that they have 8, 9, and 1 coming up, so they'll flip it back to the top of the order. That pitch was absolutely disgusting in a good way. As Marino strikes out, Corbin Carroll adds on an insurance run, though, and the Diamondbacks are up 4-2. Hip-hop hooray. Let's go Phillies, says Aunt Janice. Yes, sir. All right. Let's go, guys. We will see if the Phillies can actually tie it up. Again, this is the beauty of baseball, man. Anything can happen before we make full judgments of stuff. And it's so easy in the moment, and I say this all the time, and this is the one thing that I don't like about doing this, is that, people get, we let our emotions out in the moment. I can't necessarily do that because my job is to keep things stable and to be the quote-unquote conductor of the orchestra, if you will. So I have to make sure that everybody's doing their part. And then, of course, like if we see something that isn't right or, something that's like worth commenting on, then we'll do that. But, we try to keep it professional. That's what we try to do. 78 here in Phoenix. Missed that South Jersey weather, says Jenna. What's up, Jenna? We just got a donation from somebody on PayPal. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Who's that, John? Is that John? It is John. JP, thanks so much for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Just hit 150 likes. Let's go! Y'all believe in the Phillies. Comment down below. Hit the spike the like button and hit that thumbs up button. This could be the last game that you guys hear me on for a Phillies game, which is a little bit crazy to say. Hopefully it's not, but there's still time left. Philly got a call forward for some help. They got a call for some help. Got to phone a friend here, man. Okay, I'm not in that mindset, dude. I'm all on the Phillies, man. I can't think about any other team right now. This is Game 7 for the NLCS. I'm sorry, dude. I can't be focusing on that. This is all on my mind right now. So Marsh, Rojas, and Schwarber are due up to start off the bottom of the 7th inning. And if it goes any further than that, Turner and Harper would be the next men up. So Pfaadt and Suarez pretty much went toe-to-toe tonight. Ranger didn't allow a walk. He had 3 earned runs allowed. Pfaadt had 2 earned runs allowed. Ranger had 6 strikeouts. Pfaadt had 7. So here we go to the bottom of the 7th. Fans still waving the rally towels, hoping that the Phillies can bring some life to the bank. They had their chances, and they had the lead a couple of times, but the Diamondbacks have been providing answers and have been doing it with, the Diamondback way, which is small ball. That's all it's been. 2 different identities from 2 different teams in 2 different divisions. Alex Thomas playing out in center field. And Corbin Carroll is now slid over to right field. On the bump now is Andrew Sal Frank. Marsh shows bunt at the first pitch, takes it back, and it's in there for a called strike. In the postseason, Sal Frank has allowed 2 earned runs in 3 innings, has 6 walks allowed and 1 strikeout. The 0-1 pitch fouled off the foot of Marsh. And the count is 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. The pitch in the dirt for ball 3. One ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch, swing and a miss. And on the drop, 3rd strike, Marino gets to it and throws across the diamond, and there's 1 out. In the bottom of the 7th. Fans look pretty silent here. So Marsh strikes out. Yohan Rojas is coming up. And now Brent Strom is going to charge out towards the mound. So Christian Pfaadt is going to come in now to pinch hit for Yohan Rojas. That's what it looks like. One out in the bottom of the 7th with nobody on. And Pfaadt looking to come up with a big swing here. If he can do so. There's one out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pfaadt up at the plate. Steps into the box. First pitch. Takes it low. For ball 1. You just got to be patient here. The Diamondbacks have been all over the Phillies tonight, but they have a chance to scrap their way back into this game. They're not out of it yet. The 1-0, it's in there for a strike at the knees. It looked a little bit low. So Christian Pfaadt, the guy out there for Yohan Rojas, is making his first appearance in the postseason this season. The 1-1 pitch. Was inside, or the 1-0 pitch was on the inside corner, excuse me. So Ginkel now warming up in the dbacks bullpen. Sal Frank has been pretty tremendous in this series. He's been getting the job done. I beg your pardon, it's a 2-1 count, and the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. That was in the dirt. This is the first Game 7 in Phillies franchise history. The 2-2, curveball inside, and low for ball 3. Rally towels waving as this fan base continues to start to get loud, and the fanatic trying to cheer on the fans here. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Pfaadt. Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-2 pitch. It's low for ball 4, and the tying run is coming up to the plate as Pfaadt passes the baton to Schwarber. There you go. So Sal Frank, it'll be lefty on lefty here. Schwarber could tie it up with one swing of the bat. 10 pitches for Sal Frank so far. Pfaadt put up a good at-bat there. He can certainly fly. First pitch to Schwarber, and he takes it low. It was a curveball that was outside and just above the dirt. So Kyle's 1 for 3 with a double. He is struck out. Also grounded out as well. 1 ball, no strikes. Phillies trying to get something cooking here. The 1-0 pitch. That's down low for ball 2. Good eye by Schwarber on another curveball. So back-to-back off-speed pitches that Schwarber did not bite on, and this fan base continues to get louder and louder. Sal Frank delivers from the stretch. The 2-0 throws a sinker in there for a strike at 91 miles per hour. So it's a 2-1 count now. The pitch to Schwarber. Check swing, did he go? They say he did. Oh my goodness. And it's now a 2-2 count. I can't believe he went around there. Let's see. Third base umpire said he did, and I guess so. Could have gone either way. Yep. So it was a 2-0 count, and now it's a 2-2 count to Kyle Schwarber. 1 out and a runner at first. Phillies down 4-2. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing, did he go this time? He said no, and thank God that Schwarber just held that trigger by, I don't even know what the measurement would be right there. Like 1 inch? I think he may have gone there. Regardless, it's a 3-2 count. Can Schwarber come through? The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off towards the first base side, and we'll do it again. It's amazing how one pitch or one missed call really does impact the game. or one play as well. The 3-2 on the way. It's low for ball 4, and Kyle Schwarber draws a walk. And everybody's starting to get loud. The Phillies have got on with back-to-back walks between Pfaadt and Schwarber, and now Trey Turner will step up to the plate. And now Torey Lovullo will make a pitching change here, as Pfaadt not too happy with himself. And guess who's on deck? Bryce Harper, BH3. And Lovullo will step out to the mound as he came up from the steps from the rail. And now we have a pitching change as Ginkel is coming in to face Turner. While we're on this, let's find his stats against him. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes on potentially our last Philly stream, even though we hope it's not. So Turner's coming up. He's 0 for 3 tonight. It'll be an interesting at-bat for sure. The tying run is at first, and the go-ahead run is up at the plate. This is the big inning right here. So Turner, lifetime against Ginkel, is 0 for 4, but all streaks have to come to an end at some point. Smash that like button. Let's go. Ian Leslie looks like she's nervous. Let's go, man. Come on. Let's go. This is a big, big inning here. One sip of water for some good luck. This is a good song if you're nervous or if you're very excited, or both. All right, Sal Frank, his night is done, and Trey Turner's coming up to the plate again against Ginkel. He's 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts in his career. A guy that batted .266 on the season with 26 homers and 76 RBI is facing a right-hander who's 9-1 in the regular season in 60 games with a 2.48 ERA, and opponents are hitting .181 against him. He has been tremendous in this postseason, and you can make a case that he should be their closer because he's been absolutely ridiculously good. But Paul Sewald is another guy who has done the same type of thing. Remember, no spoilers in the chat. The tying runs at first. They keep Schwarber in the ball game, and Turner is up at the plate. The rally towel's waving. Everybody's saying, let's go Phillies. Pfaadt at second. Schwarber's at first. The first pitch to Turner. Swing and a miss on a slider that was not even close to the zone. It was so down low. And outside 2. No balls, 1 strike to Trey. The 0-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. 2 pitches that were way out of the zone, and Turner goes fishing after them. Man alive. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second in the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies down by 2. It's a 4-2 game. The pitch, fly ball, hit out to right field. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. The balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. The 0-2, Ginkel will reset there as he looks back over to second base to make sure Pfaadt gets back to the bag. Here we go. Big at bat for Trey. Ginkel gets set at the letters. Winds up, delivers the pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to left center field. Should be an easy play for Thomas. And he's there to make the catch. And the throw is cut off by Perdomo. And there's 2 outs now. And now Bryce Harper's coming up. It's the bright lights. And this is what happens in Philadelphia. When your big guy's coming up to the plate. The climax of the ball game potentially right here. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Phillies down by 2. First pitch, it's low for ball 1. And this is where your heart is absolutely racing if you're a Phillies fan. Perdomo, with his baseball cap off over at shortstop, just puts it back on as everybody gets ready. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Harper. Ginkel looks back at second, now back to the plate. The pitch. Ooh, that was a fastball right down Broad Street, and he takes it all the way at 96 miles per hour. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Harper. Everybody has to run with this hit. The 1-1 pitch. It's low. Check swing. Did he go, though? They say no over at third, and the count is 2-1. Ginkel has a hard time hearing Marino at catcher, but he'll get set at the letters here. Harper at the plate. The pitch. Fly ball. It's hit out to left center field. Backing up is Thomas. He waits for it, and he'll make the catch, and that's the end of the inning. So the Phillies, they leave 2 runners on, and now we go to the top of the 8th. Phillies trail 4-2 against the Snakes. Oh, boy. They had a chance, but they just could not come through. Oh, boy. The Lightning come away with a win tonight. I can't even focus on the Lightning, man. Let's hope Philadelphia can do the same thing tonight. I can't even focus on the Lightning, man. This is all about Game 7. If you guys ask me about anything else besides Phillies, I might have to put you in a timeout tonight because we can't take it tonight. You got to read the room. I'm just saying. Larry's saying that as a joke. We still have 6 outs left, and we got to get 3 runs. We got to get 2 to tie. Let's look at it that way. David says, I'll watch you, JJ, when the Eagles are on. Okay? Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, guys. Make sure that you come on here and do what you got to do. We need 20 more subs to get to 1,450. Come on. How do you not bunt with 1 out and 2 on? Again, you have Trey Turner up at the plate. Okay? It's Trey Turner. You are telling me that you would bunt with Trey Turner up at the plate. You would bunt with Trey Turner up at the plate. Every swing is for a home run with this team. Well, that's how it seems like. We need to be going for hits, not home runs every at bat. We need to be. We need to have a tie game. I don't care how we do it, man. I don't care how we do it. Just get us to a tie game. 300 million, says David Staples. Okay, but he's Trey Turner. He has to be better. You don't bunt in that situation. You're giving up an out. It's the guts of the game. Understand. Yep, exactly. Oh, you don't understand. I don't. You don't understand that. They just hit for home runs. I get that. I get that. Okay. So Christian Pache comes into play center field. And Christian Walker's up at the plate to start off the 8th inning. Wheeler back out there for his, I guess, second inning of work. He threw 6 pitches in the 7th. First pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Christian Walker. The pitch by Wheeler. Swing gonna miss. On a 4-seamer at 95 miles per hour. Right down the pipe. 1 ball, 1 strike to Christian Walker. Wheeler gets set at the letters again. And the next pitch, that was just a hair outside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch by Zach. Outside for ball 3. Ranger trying to clap along. And get Zach Wheeler back into this ball game. Wheeler this season went 192 innings and had over 200 strikeouts. The 3-1 pitch. Or the 2-1 pitch, it was 3-1. Walker got me confused because he thought he was a 3-1 count. But he goes over to first. Got to pay attention, JJ. What you doing? Can't be caught sleeping. Here comes Thomas to the plate. And he takes that pitch, that curveball, off the plate for ball 1. So Thomas batted .219 in this postseason so far with 4 homers and 6 RBI. 1 ball, no strikes to Alex Thomas. The pitch, up high again for ball 2, and Wheeler cannot find the strike zone. Kind of had a feeling that would happen in that long inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Wheeler again fighting through some adversity here. Can he get out of it? The 2-0 pitch. That was inside, but he got the generous gift from Adam Hamari. Phillies in the bottom of the 8th will have Bohm, Stott, and Realmuto due up. And then Castellanos would be the 4th hitter. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Thomas. Fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Castellanos will go over towards the track, and he somehow, some way makes the catch. My goodness. What a play by Castellanos. Cole put it in a pretty good spot, and I didn't think Castellanos would get there as he had to turn over his shoulder and just got to it. That could be a big play there. Read it perfectly, too. Thought for sure it was going over his head. But he says no. There's a fly out to right. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is coming up to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss on a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. Gurriel's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a stolen base. He's just had a pretty good series, too. Throw back to first. Try to get the runner. Not in time. Walker stays put. And Gurriel Jr. still in the batter's box. I don't know how Castellanos made that catch over his shoulder and just almost got the wind taken out of him. The 0-1. That's low. And outside 2 for ball 1. Lots of hearts racing. And mixed chatter in the mix at the bank. The 1-1. Another generous call there for strike 2. That was outside. Evan Longoria waits on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, fires the pitch. Fouled back towards the screen, then we'll do it again. So the winner of this game will go on to face the Texas Rangers in Game 1 of the World Series. It'll be on Friday night. 1-2 is the count. Wheeler gets set at the letters, kicks, fires the pitch. It's inside for ball 2, and going over to second base is Walker as he steals second. This is what the Diamondbacks have been doing a good job at, as they have been very, very sneaky. Not even a throw by JT, as Pfaadt was signaling to JT to throw it, and he just came running in towards the plate. 2-2 is the count. Walker leads off at second. Gurriel Jr. at the plate, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled again, and we'll do it again. The Diamondbacks have committed 8 stolen bases combined over their last 2 games, in games 6 and 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lords, Gurriel Jr. Wheeler looks back at second, now back to the plate. The pitch, fouled back again. And another foul ball by Lords, Gurriel Jr. There's Joe Mather, the hitting coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Certainly has to be happy with his team getting 10 hits today. 2-2 on the way. Fly ball. It's hit out to left center field. On the run is Marsh and Turner, and he somehow makes the catch. The throw back to second, not in time. He was running backwards. It was almost hit in no man's land. And somehow he made a basket catch sliding in the left center field alleyway. And looked up, and it hit the pocket of the glove. It almost popped out, too. He had to secure it with his bare hand, and he got a little dirty with it. So the Phillies defense making some good plays, and there's 2 outs now in the top of the 8th inning, as Caleb Cotham wants to have a conversation with Zach Wheeler here. As Evan Longoria will have a pinch hitter, and the guy that's pinch hitting, it will be Pavin Smith. Do you pitch to him here, or do you intentionally walk him? That's the question. Sorry, I really haven't been reading the chat, guys. I know that a lot of people have been negative on here, so I didn't really want to read a lot of the chat in this inning because I wanted to, just focus on the play-by-play, because guess what? That was an amazing catch. Phillies hit more homers in August than any other team ever lived by the home run, die by the strikeouts. Braves did too, man. I'm with you on that. All right, so Cotham went out there to talk to Wheeler, and now Smith comes up and he takes the first pitch way outside for a ball. So Smith pinch hitting for Longoria. Longoria was 0 for 2 today. Or 0 for 3, I should mention. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss on a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, and Smith was certainly late on that one. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like, hit the thumbs up button. Turn on your notification bell icons. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, hello, come on to YouTube. The links are down below in the description. The 1-1 pitch, inside and low for ball 2. So Pavin Smith has had some success against the Phillies this season, including here in the playoffs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wheeler gets set again, and the pitch popped up towards shallow left center field. Marsh will call off Turner, and he goes towards his left, and he makes the catch. And the Phillies are down to their final 6 outs, but they get some great defensive plays by Trey Turner and Nick Castellanos. So hopefully that can spark a rally for this ball club. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, Bohm, Pfaadt, and Realmuto coming up. Had opportunities this game, but they just choked. It's not over yet, man. It's not over. So far, you can say so far, they have not been doing their best job. Go Diamondbacks, says John Doe. What's up, John? John Doe's here. Again, Kane, it's not over. You act like it's over, but it's not. It ain't over. Come on. Come on, man. We're better than that. My laptop is going to die. I have to put it back on the charger. I'll be right back in literally 2 seconds. Well, not 2 seconds, but 20 or something like that. See you soon. All right. If you're new to the channel, spike the like, hit the notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I upload. I typed it when JJ made the call. It says David Staples. I don't know when I made what call. Oh, the great catch. That's great. Neil Larry should be brought in. Don't be so excited, guys. It's about execution. Yep, you're right. Here we go, man. Thank you all so much for coming on here. Phillies down to their last 6 outs as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Phillies. Alec Bohm hit a solo homer in the bottom of the 2nd. There's a sign that says refuse to lose for the Phillies. That's held out by a fan. Here comes Bohm, the first pitch. Swing gonna miss. Kevin Ginkel still out there on the mound. Bohm hit a solo homer, and at a walk and 2 runs scored. The ball's 1 strike. The 0-1, swing and a miss again on the slider that was low and away. The count is now 0-2 as Bohm calls for time really quickly. Ginkel with 10 pitches on the night. The 0-2, upstairs for a ball. So my guess is that Sewald will probably go out there to pitch the 9th and start warming up now. They just showed him. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Bohm looked absolutely foolish on that as he slams the bat down twice. And it's just been that type of night so far as he somehow broke the bat too. As he did that. Seems like every time he strikes out or pops out, that's just what he does. He threw his bat in the dugout too. Here comes Bryson Stott, who takes a ball. A 4-seamer at 96. Outside for ball 1. Stott had an RBI double at the time. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. A 95-mile-per-hour heater at the knees. On the outside corner. Ginkel gets set at the letters. Winds up and delivers and throws it up high for ball 2. So So Pfaadt doing a good job in this at-bat, just making Ginkel work on pitches here. Two balls, one strike to Pfaadt. And the slider is thrown. It's at the knees for ball two, or for strike two. We're even starting to lose it. Come on. That was a good pitch by Ginkel. Can't lie about that. Two balls and two strikes to Pfaadt. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Pfaadt is retired, and there's now two gone in the bottom of the eighth. And now JT Realmuto is coming up. And slider was in the dirt. And Pfaadt just swung on and missed at that thing. So JT is 1 for 3 with a single. He comes up, and he takes a slider. It looked a little low, but it's a called strike at the knees by Adam Hamari. "18 pitches by Ginkel. The 0-1 takes that one up high, JT that is. So Realmuto has struck out swinging. He's singled and flied out to left. Ginkel has had some success against JT throughout his career. The 1-1, it's in the dirt. The count is now 2-1. Two balls and one strike. The pitch. That looked a little bit outside, but it's a called strike. Pretty close. Count is now 2-2 to JT. We're in the bottom of the eighth. Ginkel with 21 pitches. As JT chokes up on the bat like he normally does. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch to JT. Swing and a miss. And Ginkel strikes out the side. And the Diamondbacks, as they go to the top of the ninth, are 3 outs away from going to the World Series. As Ginkel comes through, strikes out Bohm, Pfaadt, and JT. And now we go to the top of the ninth. Let's see what the Phillies pitching can do if they can just pull the fire out. Wow. This is crazy, man. Say it again. If they come back, you'll never forget. You'll never forget it. That's what sports is all about, says Larry. Easy to be a super fan when you're winning. Just saying, says Larry. Just keep the chat clean, guys. That's all we ask. Everyone hit that like button. And hit that subscribe button, too. Frost Snow says, no life, no life, no life. None. No life at the plate right now. None. If you guys are new, make sure you like and subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. And this is Play-by-Play with JJ. We got 155 people on here watching. We need 36 more of you to hit that like button in order for us to get to 200 likes. We're not really going to be reading the chat as much as we go to the top of the ninth inning. So, I do apologize about that. If you do give a donation, though, I will definitely shout you guys out for sure. I definitely, most certainly will. Oh, boy. I will say this, okay? Regardless of what happens here, I am very thankful that I got to do this with you guys this season. Okay? I've enjoyed every moment. And we're going to save more for later. But I do just want to tell you guys that I do love you. and you mean a lot to me. So, that's all I want to say right now. Yeah. No spamming, my guy. Is the crowd sticking around at CBP? Can't imagine that they aren't, says Rusty Baker. Rusty Baker? That's funny, man. That is so funny. Great win against the Braves, says David. Well, yeah, man. Here comes Gabriel Marino. He's facing Wheeler here. First pitch, swing and a miss. As we start off the top of the 9th inning. Manuel Rivera is the guy up at the plate. Had to double check my stats really quickly, and I realized I was on the wrong page. The 0-1. It's outside for a ball. So Wheeler pitching the 9th. Ranger Suarez was the guy that got the start. And the 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's it out to shallow left field. Marsh on the run. And he's there to just make the catch as Bohm's baseball cap went flying off. So the Phillies defense has been showing up. And they've been really trying as best as they can to make really solid defensive plays. And Rob Thompson's going to make another switch here. Yes, sir. My aunt says the last inning they showed off pretty good, but now they have to show off their talent. 1 out in the top of the 9th. We have a pitching change with nobody on. I didn't hear Chubby Lady sing. I missed that. Wheeler is still in rugged. Strike back like dbacks, says Nyland Armstrong. What's going on, man? Jacqueline's here. Maybe you could bring us some luck. Come on, Philly. You got them right where you want them. Show these punks what you're made of, says Chris Kelly. Shouldn't call them punks, man. But yeah. Gotta show the D-backs what they're made of. Tracy Ransom says a wall. All right. At this point, everybody in the bullpen should be available. It just comes down to the bottom of the 9th. That's all it comes down to. We will really not be reading a whole lot of questions. Mods, if people are spamming the chat, if you have to tell them more than once, you don't even have to put them in a timeout. You can literally just, kick them. I don't care, what it is, man. I'm done with dealing with nonsense. We just hit 170. Let's go. Oops. Missed that. Sorry about that. Forgot to turn the volume back up. We need 9 more subs to get to 1,440. So Matt Strahm is going to be pitching. That's what I expected. Strahm in the postseason has gone 4.2 innings, has allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts as well. And Paul Sewald, who's been lights out for the Diamondbacks, he's getting loosened up in their bullpen. So they're going to face Perdomo here. Perdomo's 1 for 2 with a single and a sacrifice bunt. Still a lot of Phillies fans at Citizens Bank Park. As the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. The ball's 1 strike. Perdomo at the plate. Strahm on the mound, the 0-1 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. And Marsh will play it on 3 bounces or so. And Perdomo gets on with with a one-out single. Felt like a leadoff single because of the pitching change, but it's one out. Just got it off the end of the bat, too. And punched it out to left field. 11 hits by the Diamondbacks. Only 5 for the Phillies. And here comes Marte, who pops up the first pitch. And it's hit foul towards the first base side. Ketel has had 19 hits this postseason, which is tied for the most in D-backs franchise history. Now, added in, they played 2 wildcard games as well. The 0-1 to Marte takes a strike on the inside corner. Sir Anthony Dominguez getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen. The ball's 2 strikes. Strom gets set at the letters, looks back at first, and the throw back to first, not in time to keep Perdomo in check. As David McKay, the first base coach, checks in on Perdomo and goes over some signs with him. Marte batting on the right side. The switch hitter is behind in the count 0-2 here. The pitch. It's way off the plate. I don't know what went wrong with that graphic, but the green screen graphic or whatever that was, it froze on Matt Strom. It was pixelated for a second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strom delivers from the stretch, and the 1-2 is way inside for ball 2. Harper trying to keep the runner in check over at first, and that's Perdomo. Strom looks back at first base. Throw back, not in time. At this point, I think it's safe to say that you just want to focus on the batter here, but you can understand why you may want to focus on the runner too. Runner does go. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and JT, actually it was fouled off towards the third base side, so it's a dead ball. So Perdomo is forced to go back to first. I think the one thing that we're trying to do here is still getting used to like where this TV is. Not to really make any excuses. That's another reason why we're maybe stumbling a little bit. Strom kicks, fires, and that pitch is fouled off, and Perdomo tried to dive into second base, and now he has to go back to first. He was down for a second. It's been a snooze fest of a ball game since the 5th inning. Ever since the Diamondbacks took the lead, the Phillies offense has gone absolutely silent. 2-2 to Marte, swing and a miss, and finally Strom gets him. And there's 2 outs now in the top of the 9th inning. So Marte strikes out there. And here comes Corbin Carroll. Carroll has been the MVP of this game so far with 3 singles, 2 stolen bases, an RBI, a run. Actually, 2 RBI because he had the sac fly too. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Carroll's batting .302 in the postseason with 2 homers and 6 RBI. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike on the inside corner. Gabriel Marino waits in the on-deck circle. And Lavulo looking to try to get this done. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw back to first. Perdomo jumps back in there safely. Don't know yet who's going to be starting for the Texas Rangers in Game 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. Diamondbacks lead it 4-2 in Game 7 of the NLCS, and Carroll wants to call for time here, and his wish is granted by Adam Hamari. As he takes a quick step out of the box. Strom looks back over at first, having a staring contest with Perdomo. The 1-1. Fouled again. Sort of like a game of cat and mouse. Are you going to make a move? Or do I have to make a move? Strom looks over at Perdomo again. And Perdomo's going to go. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. For strike 3. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the last chance for the Phillies. Matt Strom comes in to get the job done. And Nick Castellanos is due up when we return. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. Just get to the top of the order. And Kyle Schwarber would be up. All right, we're going to take a quick look at the chat one last time before this bottom of the 9th. Again, make sure that you like and subscribe. Again, keep the chat clean. JJ, let's go Phillies, man. Okay, this is it. Chris has the prayers, man. I love you guys, man. No matter what happens, I love each and every one of you. We just hit 170. All right? We're in this, and we're here. All right? We need 9 more subscribers in order for us to get to 1,440. What's up, JJ, says John Randolph. You're the man, John. I appreciate you for donating again to the channel, dude. It was really nice. That was really, really nice. All right. Let's take a sip of water. Thought I'd have some more notes ready for this, but we did the best we could, in all honesty, with the turnaround and everything. So, it is what it is. Thanks for the love, says David. Yeah, well, I love you guys. I'm subscribed, so you should be too. Our last chance is coming. If you think that the Phillies have one last piece of magic in them right now, put the chips in by clicking that subscribe button, man. Lots of silence. But silence can be golden. It can be. It's 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully you guys made your wishes at 11:11. And if your wishes are for the Phillies to win and go to the World Series, hopefully they come true. If you're a Philly fan. On the other end, if you're a Diamondbacks fan, you're just hoping for the final 3 outs. Here's Paul Sewald, 34 for 39 in save opportunities this season. Has not allowed a run and has gotten 5 saves. He's been their best pitcher. He's gone 7 innings. He's allowed 3 hits and has 11 strikeouts as well. Diamondbacks looking to go back to the World Series for the first time since 2001. And now Nick Castellanos, the weight is on his shoulders. So Castellanos versus Sewald here. Let's see what happens. First pitch to Castellanos. It's outside for ball 1. Still not an empty seat at the house. Phillies trying to get a rally started. If they get a runner on, then the tying run comes up to the plate. The pitch, fouled away. The count is now 1-1. And Castellanos steps out of the box. I think he's going to get a new bat right here. Nope, he's going to get some chalk. Just to scrape the wood off and help him get a better grip. So that was just a little timeout there. And Castellanos walking back towards the box as he steps right in towards the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies down 4-2 in Game 7 of the NLCS. Suarez kicks, fires the pitch. Fly ball, it's hit out to right center field. On the run, though, is Carroll, and he's there to make the catch, and there's 1 away. Phillies down to their final 2 outs as they trail by 2 in the bottom of the 9th. Hit it hard, just right at Corbin Carroll. And now it's up to Brandon Marsh. Marsh has singled and walked tonight. Suarez gets set, kicks, deals the pitch. It's popped up, but it's fouled, and thank goodness it'll find the seats. The Diamondbacks were able to beat the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Wild Card Series. They beat the Dodgers in the NLDS. And the 0-1 is fouled back, and they're looking to beat the Phillies to go to the World Series. No balls, 2 strikes. Jake Cave waits in the on-deck circle. It would be the at-bat of his life. The 0-2 on the way. Outside for ball 1. The struggle has really just been the bottom of the order for the Phillies. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The next pitch fouled away, and Marsh putting up a good battle here as he fouls it off. The 1-2 on the way. Again, a sweeper that misses for ball 2. It's outside. Diamondbacks lead at 4-2 in the bottom of the 9th. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. Marsh up at the plate. Suarez on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to left field. It's carrying. But going back towards the track is Gurriel Jr., and he's there to make the catch. And the Phillies officially are down to their final out. And here comes Jake Cave to the plate. Phillies had a lot of magic in them in the playoffs. Up until Game 3. They exploded for 10 runs in Game 2 of the NLCS. And they have not been able to keep up the momentum since then, and they've gone ice cold. There's a timeout on the mound, and now Jake Cave is coming up. It's 4-2 Arizona. We're in the bottom of the 9th. There's 2 outs. First pitch to Cave. Takes a strike at the knees on the inside corner at 93 miles per hour. No balls, 1 strike. Cave at the plate. The 0-1 up high for ball 1. And outside 2. One ball, 1 strike to Jake Cave. The 1-1 pitch fouled away. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. And this fan base is absolutely stunned right now. Suarez gets set at the letters, kicks, fires the pitch. Fouled back. And Cave stays alive. The clock has struck 11:22 p.m. Eastern Time. The 1-2 to Cave. Another foul ball. Cave certainly trying to keep it interesting. Schwarber waits in the on-deck circle. If Cave gets on here, he would be up next. The 1-2. There's a fly ball. It's hit out to right field. Carroll on the run. And he's there towards the line, and they'll make the catch, and that's the ball game. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to the World Series. As there's a whole crowd on the mound, hovering over Paul Sewald, and Torey Lovullo hugs everybody in the Diamondbacks dugout. And the Phillies fans are stunned. Ketel Marte saying that we're the team of destiny right here. An absolute heartbreaker for the Phillies, and Rob Thompson is going to head back towards the clubhouse. And lots of sad looks on so many Phillies faces. I do have to tell you, say what you want, even though the offense disappeared in Game 3 and 4, and we're always going to remember that, this Diamondbacks team showed a lot of fight in Game 6 and Game 7. They answered the bell. And they were the better team. And there's no doubt about it, especially tonight. We'll talk about Yohan Rojas. We can talk about, whether or not you use a pinch hitter in that situation in the second inning. But overall, the Arizona Diamondbacks were absolutely outplaying the Phillies in the second half of this series. And Corbin Carroll all fired up as they will play against the Texas Rangers on Friday night in Game 1 of the World Series. They knocked off 2 division winners, and nobody expected them to go this far, and they just continued to be the Cinderella story of Major League Baseball. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate that, man. Well, as Corbin Carroll's talking things over with Matt Weiner, Carroll's crying. You can see the tears in his eyes. Second rookie to get 3 hits in a Game 7. The first one was Dustin Pedroia. I do want to also say, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, guys, okay? I want you guys to know that I've had such a blast doing this. It's been a lot of fun. And you bet we're going to be back next year. We will. Because you guys are the best family in the entire world. With that being said, though, we will be doing Sixers and Flyers games and still keeping up with the Eagles season. Okay? Ron's on here. I love you, Ron. You're the best. But man, I gotta tell you, boy, was this a blast. This was really a lot of fun. And the career of this is just getting started. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to continue to build more and more people up with this family. And it was a tough way to go out. There's never an easy way to do this. Never an easy way to do this. But I will tell you this. And I probably have said this about 3 times because I'm starting to get into my feels a little bit. And as a broadcaster, they teach you that sometimes it's okay to do it, but you have to watch yourself when you do it. But, you know, words can't describe how thankful I am for each and every one of you. You know, and I wouldn't be doing this without my family. I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. And we're going to keep this up, man. We're going to keep this up. You know what I'm saying? We really are. But, yeah. It's tough. Absolutely tough. You hit the panic button when you go to Zach Wheeler. And we'll talk about the game, man. We'll talk about the game. The same practice, though, as Allen Iverson would say. First-time listener here. You're really good at this, says the ozone layer hates me. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was going to take some of your phone calls tonight, but I don't even know if that's appropriate to do it. I think we need to let this sink in. All right? It's part of being a Philly fan, though. And I think we're going to do the World Series because we need reps of calling games nationally, too. And if you guys want to stick around for that, please feel free to do so. I think we're going to do it because we need reps. Just like Scott Fransky would say. We'll talk about the season overall. That'll be another day. But a tough way to go out, that's for sure. Phillies lost control of the series in Game 3 and in Game 4. Game 3, I was one of those people that didn't blame them, but Game 4, that's when everything turned around. Everything turned around. 77, 78, and 93 were worse. I'm not there yet, Larry. I'm really not there yet. I can be in my feels right now. This is pretty bad. This is pretty bad, man. But congratulations to the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's put the graphic up, man. Let's put that graphic up. There we go. Congratulations to those Diamondbacks and to those Snakes. Because, boy, did they play well. Especially in Game 6 and 7. They did. We should have swept them from the start, says Young Shizzy. We didn't do it. Next year we got to get pitchers. Focus on next year at another date, man. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Sometimes, whether you're in the positives or the negatives, you gotta sink in with the moment, you know? And Philly Nation has to be there for one another, especially now. Harper Pack really got me sent on Planet Zion, says Chris Leap. Yes, sir. Okay. But yeah, we may be done with the Philly season, but you know what? We're not done because we got Flyers and Sixers to get started with, and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to just calling games for them. But yeah, all right. The Bats let us down, says A. Yep, they did. They most certainly did. All right. Love you guys. I think I'm done rambling on here. All right? But I love you. And we'll be back later this week, okay? we're actually going to get back to our normal schedule, which kind of feels good in a sense. So, but yeah. Chris Leap says Harper will never win a ring. Okay, I don't want to hear that now either. There we go. All right, love you guys. Catch you on the next one, all right? Peace out.